handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony, and we're back live in New York.
Pay attention, they spark controversy.
Fuck you!
Being able to do the show we want to do.
Hold on tight, kid.
Jesus fucking Christ!
One of the biggest fines in FCC history is slapped against Opie and Anthony.
You got a couple of great guys over there.
Opie and Anthony have cost their bosses a lot of money.
Yay, bitch!
Pulled a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral back in 2002. We've learned our lesson, right? Yeah, we have. We've learned our lesson.
We're reckless, arrogant, stupid dicks.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Get your cock out.
You know the Holocaust?
Uh-huh.
Picture the exact opposite of that.
Wow, that's really nice.
That's just too good to be true for most people. Do you realize who you hired?
Beautiful girls, violin.
What kind of sick mind operates like that?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And again.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
God. If you missed Friday's show, it came down to this.
Eggnog pump.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
God, is that disgusting.
It's the O&A virus spreading across America as we speak.
Yeah, that'll spread the virus, all right.
And, oh, it's really spreading today.
Oh, okay, Boogie.
Look what we do now.
Look what we do to you now.
Morning, Anthony.
All right, Boogie, flip the switch. Have a good vacation, you hump.
We'll get into that a little later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gleeful?
Yeah, I'm gleeful today.
I know you were gleeful over the weekend because I read it. So I know you were gleeful.
Yeah,
Greg Opie Hughes was gleeful.
I didn't think that whole Frankie Blue thing we did on Friday was that big of a deal, but I guess it was, huh?
Apparently so. That's so funny when you're quoted as being gleeful.
We could get right into that, I guess.
Sure.
Or we could get into why I'm tired today.
Yeah. I'm a little beat, too, but you're, the reason you have for being tired is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, first of all, in New York City, it just stinks. It decided to snow.
Yeah, winter decided it's here.
Just when you thought, winter's here and it's not that bad here in New York City.
Not that bad. We've been getting off the hook. You know, it hasn't been frigid cold, and we haven't had any snow. So it's kind of been like a real prolonged fall. Nothing. Usually, sometimes if it snows in the beginning of November, it just makes the winter seem so long.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky up until almost the end of December. And then snow. So it's cold, it's icy, it stinks.
It's just awful. It's time to start figuring out where we're going to broadcast for the winter.
One good thing, the homeless people were off the street. I didn't have to step over them on my walk here.
Well, we're finding out. We'll get into that later, too. Most of these homeless people are fakes.
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't give anyone money, I guess.
They have their scams just like the rest of everybody.
Right. But anyway, I went to bed at a decent hour because we do this morning radio thing.
Got to get to bed early.
And I'm out cold, and all of a sudden I think I'm dreaming because I'm hearing Christmas songs.
Yeah, so you were dreaming.
And it was snowing out, right? The snow started like last night, about 9, I guess, 8:30, I don't know.
What a quaint scene.
And I hear like Christmas songs. I'm like, I cannot be hearing Christmas songs, and I'm thinking that I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's really loud outside my window where the homeless people usually sleep.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, this has to be a dream. So I get up and I peek through the blinds, and there's like 20 people lined up outside my apartment, staring at my apartment and singing Christmas carols. They're caroling, Anthony.
Carolers.
I thought it was 1860 because it wasn't just carolers. They were dressed up like it was 1860.
Were they holding candles?
They were holding, they were holding candles. They all had a candle each and a songbook.
And a little songbook
in
the other hand?
And there were couples, and they're like kind of arm in arm. One's holding the candle, one's holding the songbook, and the one girl is like leaning over at her boyfriend or husband, and they're just gleefully singing Christmas carols.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Exactly.
Are they doing that? Bum, bum, bum. Some of the other guys going, oh.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They had their scarves on and their little winter hats. I'm like, I'm trying to sleep. Usually I get woken up by the homeless guys going through my trash or the cabs that have to beep because they're in a hurry always.
Whoa, what the hell year is it?
I thought it was 1860 when I woke up.
It's Manhattan.
It's Manhattan, right.
There's people walking around caroling. Was there a big fight down at the 5 Points? What the hell is going on in this city?
The best is I wanted to be the guy because I knew someone would be the guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the guy. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
We're trying to sleep.
Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
But I heard in the distance some asshole opening his window like, will you shut the fuck up?
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Right.
There's the spirit.
Just when I was getting into the spirit of living in 1860 with the snow softly falling and the
Were you getting that
and...
big, curly Grinch smile at the end of the Grinch cartoon? Your eyes got real big and teary.
You know, because you know me, I'm an asshole just like yourself and just like Jimmy Norton. I wanted to be the asshole and wreck it for everybody, but you're right. The more I looked through the blinds, I was kind of getting a little happy. Like, I think I'm finally in the Christmas spirit. Look at these. Look at these go-getters.
This is nice. It's snowing, and I'm getting the Christmas spirit. I think I'm going to go out and tell them...
Shut up! You shut up! You shut up! You shut up!
Who's that guy upstairs?
No, it was down the street. I don't know exactly what he said, but it was some guy just losing his mind. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. In the heavy New York accent, which took me right out of being in 1860.
Just ruined it.
Then they jumped on their horse and sleigh and went to the next brownstone.
You know what goes nicely with some caroling like that? If you open the door and you nice bucket of ice water.
That would have been good.
Right, those stupid faces.
These people were just so happy to be alive, and I'm just like...
Where do they get them from? What is it, like a club?
I don't know.
Because where do you get that many people to do anything in New York?
The Upper West Side is like a neighborhood.
People are so jaded.
So I'm sure there were signs up in the restaurants or the local drugstore or the hardware store.
Go caroling.
We're going to be caroling. Let's meet at Columbus Circle at 8 o'clock at night, Sunday. Bring candles, everybody.
A night of caroling turned tragic last night when a homeless man bludgeoned 3 of them with a cinder block. That's a New York story.
Yep.
Oh, you got a little piece of the holiday spirit, at least, for about 3 seconds.
Just now I'm tired because, you know, when you get woken up, you can't really go back to sleep, right?
What ungodly hour was this, Opie?
I'm telling you, it was like 9.
Ooh, it's so late.
I know.
Hey, when you peeked out the window, did you have your little stocking cap on?
I sure did, Jimmy. I sure did.
The corners of your window pane fogged up. You have to get the steam off, and then Opie's smiling face, a little Christmas cap peeking out.
I had my
holy night.
I had my little candle holder that I had a light.
Yeah.
I had to put my slippers on, and I slowly made my way to the window.
Were you wearing red feety pajamas with the little trap door for your dumps in the back? Little button trap door as you scurried down the hallway to get a better look at the carolers?
It was Christmas past, I guess.
Hearing the jingle and jangle of the jingle bells outside.
It was just awful. I wanted to be so mad, but then I was like, well, I guess this is kind of cool.
Get a little piece of it, sure.
Better than the homeless guys going through my trash.
I have nothing in my neighborhood. I really wanted to do something this year, because I live just in a Jewish neighborhood, and I'm like the only Catholic in town. Yeah. And I really wanted to do it up and let all the Jewish people know that there's a Catholic living there that celebrates Christmas. I wanted to hang the lights up and everything, but I just do nothing.
Don't you usually call them Hebes?
No, Opie, I don't think I do.
Okay, I just wondered.
No, they're Jewish people. They celebrate Hanukkah. I don't use such racist terms.
Have you seen a lot of Hanukkah bushes?
I've never seen a Hanukkah bush in my life. I don't think they exist. Is there a paper towel for my snotty, running, cold New York City nose?
Quick, Ben. Anthony wants paper towel.
Those pompous asses, they're short Christmas trees. They're not Hanukkah bushes.
Yeah. Now, a lot of menorahs in the
and the reason they don't get full Christmas trees is because they're just cheap. So they get
Opie, you're just carrying on a stereotype, Opie.
So they just get the short dwarf trees that they can't sell.
Oh my God! I can't do anything. My nose is ready to drip.
All right, it's coming.
Oh, I need something.
Ben with
my goodness.
Ben with his winter cap on.
Thank you, Ben. Just one. What do you? Oh. Wow, that was close.
Hi, Ben.
Almost had a little Christmas drip of snot on my keyboard.
That's salty drip on the upper lip.
Yeah.
Yum.
Blow a bubble.
Yum, yum, yum. Hey, Carrie from California, what's up?
I just wanted to say good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hi.
And Chinese pasta.
Wow. I think you want to say you're surprised that Pat's stomach didn't explode on Friday during the eggnog drinking contest.
Wow, you really deciphered that, Opie.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. I'm a mind reader. What? All right. Maybe you could call back. Your phone stinks.
Oh, that sound.
All right. So the Frankie Blue thing took on a life of its own, huh?
Yeah, it was big news. Really big news in the radio industry, Opie. Everybody.
Radio industry, we made page 3 of the New York Post because of this stupid thing. I guess
that's what I mean. It's big news, but also in the radio industry, now the tape is being passed around to everyone in the business.
Right.
And it's like the Jerky Boys tape was years ago. This is being passed around in the radio business.
Yeah, well, we made page 3 of the New York Post on Saturday. I guess it was a slow news day, and now we made the Daily News today because, David Hinckley is so out of touch and has to wait for like John Minnelli and everyone else to write the story, and then he goes, I better write about this. It's big news.
Oh, Opie.
Well, you've read his stupid radio column. He talks about what the classical music station's doing for Christmas.
Leave the little old guy alone. He just, he still has a radio with tubes that he listens to. He's not really up to date anymore. He writes about, like Ope said, what's happening at the classical station.
Right.
Like it's big news.
Mozart Christmas songs all weekend long.
Whoa!
On WQXR, maybe?
Some station you never heard of.
All right. Speaking of the radio world, all hell is breaking loose in the radio world as we speak right now.
Oh, boy.
We'll get into that maybe a little later.
Talk about news. I think this might...
I think your pals are going to be big news today. It's going to make this silly Frankie Blue thing that we did on Friday.
And it's just the beginning.
That's right! Whoa!
Oh, the devil. Oh, it's just you.
We've only just begun. That's why we always say Opie and Anthony always win in the end.
Whether we believe it or not. When we say it.
Yeah, baby. Hey, you know what? Before we talk about it, maybe we should...
Yeah, baby. I want to be like Frankie Blue. Where's some booze?
Maybe before we talk about this thing that is going down as we speak... Maybe we should make sure that the thing is actually going down. And
that would be silly.
There was no problems with the thing.
Wouldn't we feel like silly geese?
Hey, it's going down.
A kingdom of nakedness.
Kingdom of nakedness.
Nude.
Totally nude.
Oh, poor Scorch.
Oh, he's
we
our
love
pal.
the Scorch, too.
I know.
Wouldn't surprise me if it got screwed up. We thought it was for Tuesday.
How did my personality leap from my body to yours? That's all I want to know. Because I just don't have it in me anymore to do what you do.
I think all of us have certain scumbag qualities that have rubbed off on the other.
Yeah.
It's just a horrible thing for family and friends to realize that you could even be worse than you were.
The fact that we've taken the murder of a pregnant woman and made it a well of comedic fodder.
Sport.
Well,
good sport.
Comedic sport.
I wouldn't say we on that one.
The listeners have really
I have stayed out of that one.
taken hold and done awful things with the Peterson story.
Yeah.
I don't know what inspired them to do such a thing.
I don't know. Could be all the little remarks in this room, followed by the console slaps and good-natured chuckles.
Well, now they're making signs, the Lil Connor, Opie and Anthony XM satellite radio signs.
And a donkey sausage sign. These signs, I guess, are for people if they want to do our assault on the media.
Oh,
which
okay.
We've talked about.
Oh, all right.
Look how we just go off on subjects and without any rhyme or reason.
Yeah, but the beauty of this radio show, by 10 o'clock, it all will make sense.
It all wraps up. It's like the first time you saw Pulp Fiction. What the hell is that? What? They put the beginning at the end and the middle, and they're going on, and then all at the end?
I get it
now. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Look what we do now.
And we don't have to do radio this way. We used to do radio this way so people would listen longer. Now
Right.
they just listen because it's satellite radio. They either have the service or they don't have the service.
But what if we were on regular radio?
Well, that's why. Oh. Is that
Okay, Pookie.
Is that another hint?
Tune it in. Okay, Pookie.
Someone better wake up John Minnelli. He's got a story to write today. Don't you?
You're scaring Jimmy.
The devil comes.
All right. So Frankie Blue was big news over the weekend. I thought it was just a throwaway bit that we did. We really should do this bit, okay? And then we'll do the other thing.
Let's talk about the newsworthy Frankie Blue
So,
story.
and Earl did not get us the tape. I'm hearing that like
he
everyone
is so nervous.
Everyone is blaming Black Earl.
He is so nervous.
We're talking about, of course, our old radio station. We got to set it up again because we have a lot of new listeners since we were on the air Friday. Our old station went into the toilet after we left, and they haven't been able to figure it out since. And we take quite a lot of joy in that.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
And so I guess they were having their Christmas party, and I heard that everyone got really hammered. It was a Christmas luncheon.
A luncheon.
So then the luncheon's over, and then you've had a few drinks, and the sun's out. What are you going to do? You're not, you know what I mean? You're not going to the gym. You're not going to go Christmas shopping. What are you going to do at that point?
You don't stop.
I think you continue drinking.
You keep drinking because if you stop, it's all over. You got to continue drinking into the night's activity.
You have to at least drink until it's nighttime, so then you feel like, oh, okay, it's nighttime. Now I can go home and maybe crash early or do what I have to do.
Right.
So it's my opinion that they got pretty hammered at their Christmas luncheon.
Nothing worse than the 9 p.m. hangover. You know, if you're drinking in the afternoon and you stop, it's like 9 o'clock at night and you're completely engulfed in a hangover.
And dehydrated and all that.
Yeah, you keep drinking.
Go ahead.
I was just say you can't stop until it's time to go home. Like you just got to keep going till you're behind that wheel. And you hear a scream and you see a little hair ribbon fly across your windshield.
Oh,
are you insane?
A little hair ribbon and a little strap patent leather shoe. White.
So,
the tinkle of a teddy bear eye as it smashes off your windshield.
Oh my God, are you insane? Who got under your skin today?
A purse full of chiclets.
Jesus.
Oh, is that horrible?
Yeah. Oh, no one has figured it out yet. That's very interesting. All right. Anyway, so Frankie Blue is the program director at our old joint, and they're now attempting to do like disco dance music or something.
Disco dance music.
Well, what would you call it? I don't know. Rhythm dance hits of the 80s and 90s.
They call that.
And today,
crap.
What's their slug line?
Well, no, the format's called CHR/Rhythmix, isn't it?
Music to have butt sex to? Well, I mean, what is it?
Rhythmic?
You know, that's what they call it in the trades.
Isn't all music rhythmic?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, it's disco dance music, like Opie said.
All right, so after we got fired for the St. Pat's incident, you know, the brainiacs at our old company, John Sykes especially, thought they could, run the radio station without us.
Right.
And they're finding out the hard way they just can't. It's been 2 years and 4 months, and the place is still a disaster.
You got to give it time, Opie. It's a slow build.
It's bleeding money. There was an article that they had to admit that they've lost millions upon millions of dollars on that radio station alone.
Oops.
And they've tried all sorts of formats, and this latest one is this, this dance music that you can butt fuck to.
Ooh.
And so Frankie Blue is the guy that they brought in because he used to work at this station in New York called KTU, which was a powerhouse for this stupid music format.
Wasn't it a powerhouse like years ago?
I guess.
I don't even know anymore.
They've called it the new KTU for like 20 years.
Yeah, back when disco was really big, I guess, in the late 70s, it was huge. And they've been running off of that success for years and years and years now. We used to remember the old sales guy at NEW used to talk about when he worked at KTU, and it was just suitcases full of cash and cocaine going in and out of the place.
Was that Gary?
Yeah, talking about KTU in the olden days.
Right. So they have this luncheon, and Frankie Blue is, he's in charge of trying to right that horrendous ship over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he goes back to the station, and rumor has it he gets in a fight with the DJ that was about to go on the air. This is all rumors. We're speculating. But something went down, and she ran out of the place. I've heard, crying.
Really?
Yeah. But I can't confirm it. This is all alleged. Whatever. We're just, like anyone else, just spreading rumors, I guess.
Ben just gave a thumbs up, which means it's true. He knows everything. Dude.
Oh, well, we'd get a Ben impression, but Norton's mouth is full. What a surprise.
No, Frankie Blue got drunk with Tom Brady.
Then he had to go on the air.
Yeah. And then he just sits there and eats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hey, there's
you ever chomp into a bit of onion in your omelet and then you realize it's your cell phone?
Hey, there's a listener on the line that knows the big secret.
Stop! Are you kidding?
No.
Radio gets interesting today.
Let me see. I have to give a secret message to Biv.
Biv?
There's a secret message.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hold on. Another message. Okay. Wait a minute. And this is to Tom. All right. And Bob. Very good. All secret messages are out.
There's a lot of questions that have to be answered today. We'll answer all the questions.
I want them answered immediately.
All right. So there's this argument that ensued after the drunken luncheon Christmas thing.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what that was about. Ben, does anyone know what that argument was about? Or was he just a little hammered?
And you're speculating, so,
Yeah, well, what I would speculate is that the party was at 1 o'clock, and this happened at 8 o'clock, and there was some sort of argument over something that...
Dude, Ben was text messaging me all night Friday.
Ben loves this
all
stuff.
night Friday.
Well, let me tell you something.
Dude, Kane in Detroit says it's the biggest thing that's going on in radio.
Let me tell you,
Earl's all nervous, going, hey, Barbaretto.
Hey, Earl is nervous. Earl's scared shows. I got text messages
Earl was stammering like Tuma from The Great Santini.
I'm going to hurt you, Frankie.
Hey, Tuma.
This thing spread like wildfire through the business. Everybody was talking about it on Friday.
Yeah, and you know what?
Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone is blaming Earl for giving us the tape. Earl did not give us the tape.
No. Earl is innocent of any wrongdoing.
We have spies at Infinity Broadcasting that go very high up.
Very deep.
Very deep.
We have deep penetration.
We really do have deep penetration
company.
at our old company. And Earl had nothing to do with this.
God forbid that idiot should help this radio show for once.
I know,
Of
right?
course he wouldn't send it. That would be helpful.
I know, right?
The guy should come across at something like that.
No.
He should have been in there. He should be telling us, because he was in the studio live with Frankie. He was running the board.
Right.
He should be on the phone letting us know every play-by-play that happened that day, what the argument was about, what it was like between when Frankie was on the air.
Right. He should have been running audio, while the music was playing.
Right.
So,
worthless.
So Frankie Blue, who's, quote, this legend.
Yeah.
In radio, he's a joke, actually. He just got lucky. There's a lot of guys that just get lucky and then, and then
no Dave Dickless.
And then stick around forever. So he decides, well, his jock, ran out crying or whatever she did. So he's like, I can handle it. I'll just go on the air. Fuck her.
It's easy.
I don't know if he said fuck her, but we still think he wanted, he thinks his morning show is going to fuck one of the listeners, which was reported in the Post article. So he goes on the air and he's slurring his words and
so bad.
He's mentioning he's using the competition's call letters and just babbling on like an idiot. When you work for one of these stations, you're supposed to just talk for like 10, 15 seconds at a time. That's where we got the tape from.
Oh.
That's where we got the tape from.
Ixnay on the ape-tay.
Yeah. That's the person that gave us the tape right there.
Thank you.
You may notice that this person doesn't have a black face.
No.
Did you know that she was one of our secret weapons?
I don't know her.
Or he. Or it.
Spy.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So anyway, he goes on the air and just makes a complete fool of himself, and now the tape is all over the industry, and Ben's getting text message all over the country from DJs we used to compete against.
They love
the
it.
Show.
They all love it because it's so funny. It's something you just do not do. And you don't do it as a jock, never mind as the boss of the jocks.
And the best part, Howard wanted to play this audio, and he was told not to.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. That's
Ben.
That's definitely true.
Of course he was told not to. It's the same company. It's that company politics comes into play. Can't make them look silly. Silly.
So anyway, then we played the tape Friday, and then the message boards and the websites went nuts, and the New York Post went nuts. Our old pal John Minnelli wrote a pretty funny article about the whole thing. On page 3 of the Post, I guess this was Saturday, they have Frankie Blue, a picture of him, and then underneath it says, drops radio F-bomb? And then the headline is, Blotto, big trots out blue material. Blotto big trots out blue material.
Blotto big. So he's Blotto, which is drunk. He's a bigwig.
Right.
So Blotto big.
Okay, got it. Trots out blue material. Got it. Okay. And the article reads as follows. Radio program director Frankie Blue, apparently under the influence after an office Christmas party, grabbed the mic during a late-night show on 102.7 WNEW this week and may have gone off color.
Ooh.
Bounce WNEW shock jocks Opie and Anthony reported the incident with great relish.
Relish? What? Great relish.
Great relish on their XM satellite radio show yesterday as they played a tape of Blue's slurring, unscheduled Wednesday night on-air appearance on DJ Yvonne Velasquez's show. But the big question is whether Blue, who had attended WNEW's Christmas bash that afternoon, uttered the F word. I cannot believe that the Post had to write this.
I love it.
Listen what he goes on. During 4 rambling minutes at the mic, Blue, the legendary urban radio programmer hired last July to kickstart the long-struggling WNEW, repeatedly promoted a station-sponsored $50,000 contest, muffing his words and mixing up the station's name. The highlight, as far as Opie and Anthony were concerned, came when a seemingly blotto Blue said station stars Rick, RuPaul, and Kim would pick out a winner, and then they're going to fuck the winner. But, of course, he has to write F and then, dash, dash, dash.
Right.
But basically he writes, pick out a winner, and then they're going to fuck the winner.
We don't know what he said there.
We're not really sure.
It was all mixed up, and we couldn't figure out. Nothing made sense.
Right. All right, so
but it did kind of sound like that's what he meant.
Opie and Anthony weren't sure just what the F word was, but they had a lot of fun speculating and delighting in the decline of the station that booted them over 2 years ago after they broadcast a couple having sex in St. Pat's Cathedral. The station's been in the toilet since we left, said a gleeful Greg Opie Hughes. Blue was not at work yesterday and did not return a call for comment from the Post.
Yeah, and I hear he's on a previously scheduled vacation.
Right.
Like all of a sudden, I love how they pull out those vacations. Oh, this has been scheduled for quite some time. It was scheduled right when he cracked that mic cocked.
Well, we're pretty much one of the only live radio shows in America today.
Yeah, everybody goes on vacation.
Most of the high-profile guys, take the next 2 weeks off.
They take their vacation.
Did you know you're in the Daily News today as well?
No. Well, sort of, yeah, I guess. I didn't get to read it yet.
I'm not going to read the whole
No, I did know, because we were talking about Hinckley, yes.
O&A pounce on tape. This makes you look like such gloating tools.
We are gloating tools. Proud of it.
My favorite line here at the end of the whole article is when he was hired, Blue said, "It's a marathon, not a sprint," to explain why NEW is in 22nd place in the summer ratings. Shithouse.
It's been a long marathon. A couple of years long.
Oof. Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, as soon as they get rid of John Sykes, they'll be able to, right the ships that went horribly wrong after we got
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. John Sykes had no business running the radio division of Infinity Broadcasting.
Too much politics.
Everyone knows that.
Too much politics going on in that company. It's very hard for them to fix a station because they don't want to make any waves and hurt any of their other properties in the city. When companies used to only own one station in a city, one rock station, one country station, their competition, they would do whatever it took to wreck the competition. But now their competition is owned by the same company. So they can't, go to sports because they'll step on the fans' toes. They can't do rock because they'll step on K-Rock's toes. So it sits there. They ought to just sell it. Sell the goddamn thing.
Right.
Let some competing company pick it up and go from there.
Yeah, you're right.
It's an awful, awful situation, and for over 2 years now, it's been in the toilet as a gleeful Greg Opie Hughes was quoted as saying.
Very gleeful.
Gleeful.
Well, I don't mean to address this with relish, but
here's your mustard.
I know. What is it? Manelli pulling out his thesaurus.
Well, Manelli better get his pen out today, because what is happening today will make your little Frankie Blue story a little silly. You better reserve page 3 for tomorrow, boys.
Just the beginning, folks.
It is just the beginning. So we have the Frankie Blue tape. We got to play it again.
Now we got to play it
because
for
now
all
this
our new
is
listeners.
becoming a thing. It's becoming a thing, and there's people out there that are they want a recording of this to pass along to the other people in the business.
I think some people were saying that he just sounded nervous.
Oh, that's what the Daily News.
Yeah,
I did. Here, give me that.
Nervous.
Yeah, Hinckley is trying
tired or something.
Yeah, Hinckley's trying to. I don't know what Hinckley's doing.
Maybe Hinckley's buddies with him or something.
Or he's quoting someone who said he sounded.
Yeah. Sounded nervous? Is that how you spin this? When you're nervous.
All right, you know what? We should read some of this Hinckley thing. It is pretty funny, too. So this is in today's paper. O&A pounce on tape a brief Blue air shift. Thanks largely. Basically, he wants to say, because of those assholes, Opie and Anthony, but he writes, thanks largely to Opie and Anthony of XM Satellite Radio. The hottest radio mixtape now is WNEW program director Frankie Blues, filling in on his own station last Wednesday. Blue spun music and plugged NEW's $50,000 redo contest, during which at one point he referred to his station as KTU, WNEW's dance music rival. Blue was KTU's program director from 1996 to 2003. All right. He also spoke a semi-garbled word O&A said was the F word, though not everyone agreed. O&A joked about Blue, but mostly teed off on NEW, where they were stars until they were kicked off the air and kept out of radio for 2 years following the Sex and St. Pat's incident of August 2002. As for exactly what happened Wednesday, sources at NEW say Blue had a disagreement with night host Yvonne Velasquez and decided apparently on impulse to take her 8 p.m. shift himself. He's like, I don't need that cunt.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. What language?
You got to think he was thinking that in his head. I'm sorry.
Get all those curses out today.
Get it out of your system.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we better get all the curses out
your
today.
System.
Yeah. Okay, so he decides to do the shift. The WNEW Christmas party was held that afternoon, ending at 4. So it ends at 4. He goes on the air at 8.
Right.
He's not going right back to the station. Couple more drinks maybe at the bar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking more than drinks, but I don't know.
You don't think maybe he took a nap?
No. Ending at 4, and O&A suggested it sounds as if Blue was drinking. Others think he mostly sounded nervous. Who's thinking that he sounds nervous and he's not drunk on this tape?
When you're nervous, you
or
speak
under the influence.
Quickly. You speak too quickly, and your mind is racing.
Right.
It's not like slurring, slow motion. I'm so nervous. I can't believe it. It's not nerves.
No. Others think he mostly sounded nervous, speaking too fast, repeating himself, and running sentences. He wasn't speaking too fast.
No, he was slurring.
I don't think Hinckley heard this tape yet. Speaking too fast, repeating himself, and running sentences together rather than, say, slurring words or rambling.
What? What did you hear? What a tool.
He left the air after about a half hour. That's because of Earl, right? I think Earl actually called the general manager. That's what I'm hearing, no? Then you want to keep Earl totally out of it? All right.
Well, did Earl call the GM?
I actually believe Earl didn't call.
Oh, really?
I believe other people came back from the party or wherever.
Yeah, people noticed that, oh, my God, this guy is completely out of it and should not be on the air. So they started calling the general manager. Because this isn't some dopey DJ that you're paying like $7 an hour that you would fire like immediately, like, all right, there you go, you blew your chance. It's the boss.
The star PD that they brought.
So there's phone calls being made, and then the general manager has to uncomfortably go into the studio and take the boss off the air. That's supposed to be responsible for everything that you hear on the air.
The walk out to the mound. Give me the ball. Get out.
He's the program director?
Yeah.
I could see Earl doing nothing. Oh.
He left the air after about a half hour, leaving a bizarre tape that shows why he made his reputation off the air and not on. Mm-hmm. A spokeswoman for Infinity, which owns NEW, said the company had no statement. There were unofficial reports station officials reprimanded Blue, but no indication whether there could be any further repercussions. Okay, Blue, who is starting a previously scheduled vacation today, could not be reached for comment.
In the Arctic Circle.
And then it goes on to say how he was hired, in the summer to turn the station around.
We're going to turn this thing around.
Yeah, another guy hired to turn that piece of shit station around.
How embarrassing. I mean, the last time a PD went on NEW, all you heard was...
Dude.
What?
Oh, wow.
Why are you holding that grudge?
No grudge. Just
It's a lousy $50,000. That's all. That's all you lost. It's no big deal. Whew. Whew. I believe that station is cursed.
It is.
I think it's the O&A curse. It's going to haunt them for a few more years, I guarantee it.
Until our voice is once again heard coming out of that station, it will remain cursed.
Is that part of the big secret today, Anthony?
I don't know where this will lead. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, today's going to lead to some really big things, though. That's for sure.
Big things.
You just watch.
Big things.
All right, so here's Frankie Blue.
Let's listen to him.
I love this song.
That's someone speaking really fast?
That's him being nervous.
In my opinion, that's a guy on Ludes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's give me another goddamn drink.
Wow, it's snowing here in New York.
I'm so nervous. I'm racked with nerves.
Hinckley.
I love this song. Nelly featuring Tim McGraw.
Does everyone understand? Like,
you guys hammered.
Everyone listens to their hometown radio stations. Do you understand what station this is? This is the type of station where you have to be like, WKTU, it's Donna Summer, everybody.
Hey!
I love this song, crank it up, or whatever. It's that type of delivery, and he's like,
we're going to be disco dancing all weekend long. They like that crap.
He sounds like a jock from like the mid-'70s that smoked a lot of pot before he went on the air. That's not the delivery that you want when you're playing dance music.
No, that's like that should come right after. Hey, you just heard the entire album Dark Side of the Moon.
Right.
Been sitting here smoking a lot of pot.
Right.
Not you shouldn't have disco station.
You shouldn't have the Bob Ross delivery when you're playing disco music.
We're gonna paint a happy little tree right here.
Coming up is a double shot of Donna Summers. He's talking to the music.
I love this song. Nelly featuring Tim McGraw. This is Frankie Blue. Now, for the last several weeks, we've been giving you a chance to win $50,000 in cash in the Mix 102.7 redo, and plus win a Toyota Scion. And I think that is going to happen tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., Ricky, RuPaul, Kim will pick a winner and go to that winner's house like publishing clearance or whether it's a house or it's a job.
We're coming to you, baby.
We're going to find you, and we're going to reward you with $50,000 in a brand new Toyota. And I don't see how you cannot be happy about that. This is Frankie Blue. So make sure you're listening tomorrow about 8 a.m. 50 grand prize winner. 50 grand prize winner.
What is he trying
That's
to
right.
say there?
What?
He's saying 50 grand prize winner. Now, is it 50 grand prize winner? Like you win $50,000?
Right.
50 grand prize winner. But he's saying it like we have 50,
Winners.
like 50 people.
That are going to win a grand each.
50 or whatever, not even win a grand each, but 50 people will win the grand prize. That's how he's reading it.
Oh, okay.
50 grand prize winner. He has no idea what he's talking about.
And this is the boss.
A.M. 50 grand prize winner. 50 grand prize winner. That's right. 50 grand prize winner of the redo contest of the winner of the Toyota.
What?
Scion. Come on, baby. You know you want it. If you
Is that a
have
pickup line?
qualified in the past several weeks, we're going to pick the winner tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. RuPaul's going to dip his big old hands in there, pick the winner, and we're going to find you. And I don't care if it takes all day. It's worth the $50,000 in the car. All right? We have the armored truck. We've got the Party Patrol vans. We've got the car. We've got everything.
And I'm going to drive
In
it.
that, we got the best music in town, so why don't you give me a call? This is Frankie Blue for Yvonne Velasquez, and telephone number is, if you want to make a request, is 1-877-MIX-1027. So give me a call, okay, baby?
She must have been laughing her ass
If you're in your
off
car right now,
driving home
chances are
listening to
you're
that.
sitting in traffic.
Like she gets thrown off the air by this guy, hops in her car to drive home, and tunes this in. Would you not be just laughing your ass off because that's like sweet justice?
Definitely.
This tool throws you out for the day, or for the night, and he's bombed on the air?
Let's give some free advice to our old radio company. You want to turn that station around? Freaking make Frankie Blue drink every afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Throw some Mickeys in his drinks and some freaking ludes, and throw this guy on the air every day during afternoon drive.
Who's not tuning in?
Who wouldn't listen to that?
I'd be listening. You'd have to. The guy is entertaining as hell drunk.
He'd be like Howard Beale. People would just tune in to hear what he had to say on a daily basis.
Network?
Yeah. Very good. I didn't get the name. Very good.
So here's the last part of the tape. It's just another minute, and then they finally had to yank him off the air. This is the best part because we're not sure if he says fuck. I think he does try to say find, and he messed it up.
He says the wrong call letters.
And then he says the wrong call letters as well, which is just the hugest no-no in the radio business.
Mix 1027. The new Mix 1027. This is Frankie Blue. And I am so excited for tomorrow.
Look at Ben. Ben can't control himself.
He's just enjoying this.
This is just too funny for me because it's,
Friday,
a radio
Friday
guy.
when we did this, I was like, it's not that big of a deal, but I guess it is because everyone's writing about it. I mean, not only are the New York papers all over this thing, it's all over the in the radio world.
It's a big thing. The other thing, back to that $50,000 thing,
$50,000,
he probably wrote that copy too.
Yeah.
You know, he's the program director, so he probably wrote the copy. He doesn't even know how to read the copy.
Who wrote this crap, baby? Hey, coming to get you, baby. Oh, goody. Just leave him on hammered.
Oh, yeah.
And I am so excited for tomorrow. I got Ricky.
Tomorrow.
That's the Buster Brooks. That's the beer burp.
Tomorrow.
I forgot about the beer burp.
This is Frankie Blue. And I am so excited for tomorrow. I got Ricky and Rue coming in the morning. putting a hand in the big old barrel and picking out a $50,000 grand prize winner. The winner of the KTU Mix 102 Redo Contest. And also you win a Toyota Scion. KTU. Now what's going to happen is they're going to pull, they're gonna put their hand in the barrel, they're going to pick out a winner, and then they're going to fuck that winner. And that winner will be rewarded with everything.
Now I think he said fucking.
They're gonna fuck that winner.
I was ready to give him the credit because I've been listening to the copy, and he says fined at that point.
Yeah.
But I think he just lost his mind because that doesn't sound anywhere near fine.
Fine. It sounds more like the F word than it does fined.
Right. There's definitely a.
Yeah.
They're going to fuck that winner. And that winner will be rewarded with everything.
He's just nervous. Okay.
Mix 1027, Frankie Blue. What's happening?
What's happening? Stepping on the vocals. Mix 1027, Frankie Blue. What's happening, baby?
Did he? I forgot. Where was the part where he said KTU?
Oh, went by. Anthony commented on
Oh,
it.
okay. I'm sorry.
What's happening, baby?
I was too busy with the whole. The winner.
Are we off the air? Hey, Earl, you black bastard, get me a drink. Okay.
Blue, you're my boy!
Yeah, Blue, you're our boy today. Good old Blue.
You're my boy, Blue!
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Blue, you're my boy!
It's Frankie Blue at Sirius XM Satellite KTM.
It just makes it. It's just even funnier because he's the boss. He's supposed to be the responsible one. Cause
yeah.
Every radio station is filled with a bunch of drunks, drug addicts, wife beaters. Every radio station has at least one or two problems.
Alcoholics.
Right, but the boss is supposed to be the responsible one. Keeping everyone in line, as they say, Anthony.
Aren't we supposed to get that tape of that tirade that woman did in Oklahoma City?
We're gonna get that next, right?
Yeah. That's hysterical. Some woman was really pissed off at the two guys that she does a show with. Came in the morning before everybody else, went in the studio. She was allegedly drunk and cracked the mics and just started calling them the F word and throwing around all kinds of words that are not allowed
bitching
on
out
the public airwaves. And
the rest of the morning show, the bosses, the radio station just lost her mind.
All drunk.
What for did she say? Was it typical of what a woman gets a problem with when guys are around, they're having fun and she hates it? Or
yeah, pretty much. It's that happens a lot, especially on radio shows. If there's a woman involved in the show, she hates the guys that she works with.
Well,
it's just the way it works.
Yeah, I mean the business is filled with women that have sued their male co-hosts. Yep. I mean a lot of them. Not just
all the time.
Not just a couple.
When they have a falling out, they go right to a lawyer and right to a sexual harassment suit, and it just gets ugly.
There's a few out there I can name, but.
Over content and stuff, right? I didn't want to have to come into work and deal with that type of content.
Every day I had to go in and hear these guys talking about
all of a sudden,
you signed the checks, didn't you?
Yeah, all of a sudden, if there's a stripper in the studio doing what strippers do for morning shows or whatever, all of a sudden she has a problem with that.
Of course.
And then they're in hell. One of my really good friends in the business went through literally 2 or 3 years of hell because one of his co-hosts
Mark
sued.
Perreno?
No.
No. You said one of your pals.
No. Stop, don't start that shit.
No, was it the grease man?
So,
no wonder I drag these bitches behind trucks there.
The funny thing is, over the years, program directors have tried to get, to get us to hire a woman.
Yep. I think it would add something to the programs.
Yeah, you guys would be a little more mainstream. You could maybe get bigger in the business if you had that female point of view.
Yes, the woman's point of view, and it would keep you guys in check.
And we're like, are you insane?
See, that's what you need in the middle of a funny, edgy bit is some stupid female voice going, "Oh, you!" You know how they get that phony exasperation.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh no. Now.
Yeah. Don't go there.
Ugh.
Stop.
Fun killers.
Yeah. All right, we should break.
Yeah. All righty.
Should talk about our meeting on Friday.
What a fun meeting that was. Did you carry your wine home?
Oh yeah, I carried my wine home.
What did Jimmy do with his wine? Because he doesn't.
Well, why don't I have to eat.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're not teasing. I just got to eat.
That's a tease. That'll keep people...
But then we don't have to tease on satellite radio.
Are you going to gleefully eat that cement?
You going to eat that with relish, are you? Oh,
the high-protein crunch that I
was looking at that box, and I went to pick it up, and it weighs a ton.
I know, it's like a brick.
It just sits there.
They give you it's a box with a brick in it, and they give you a little sledgehammer so you can break it into little pieces.
Chip off a few flakes.
That you could throw in a bowl with some milk.
Oh, why don't you just spread your cheeks, and I'll put a little spackle in there.
That's what's going to happen again.
I'll back them all up.
This was the cereal that caused the last backup, so I don't know why I brought this in today. But
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Another secret message going out.
Really?
Some of the people on the instant feedback.
You guys, I mean, we'll get into it in a little bit, but something is spreading like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
Like wildfire. I got something in my throat.
Oh. Well, eat some of that cereal.
I know.
Scrape out whatever's in there. It's like a rock tumbler in your mouth.
Ben, you might want to wake up John Minnelli. I think he's going to want to talk to us today.
Stop the presses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. There's going to be one very pissed off person today.
Just the beginning,
and
folks.
He's on vacation.
Oh.
Doesn't that suck, dude? You go on vacation, and then all of a sudden you're called back from vacation. Or you get the phone calls while you're in the middle of, I don't know, the Caribbean or something.
Oh.
And you got to deal with two assholes from New York.
Oh.
Again.
That's got to stink.
You work so hard to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's speculating. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Who's going to fill certain voids in this world?
People slowly but surely are getting the word, right?
They're getting the word. They're getting our secret messages.
How do they figure it out, though?
I don't know.
Probably on the net.
On the net?
People comment on the yes.
Some people checking in on the blogs.
No,
blogging.
It's very early on. We just kind of lit the match, and now there's just a little pile of leaves burning right now. Wait. Little pile of leaves burning.
And you're crumbling paper to throw on that fire, right?
That's supposed to be the crackle of leaves?
Yeah, this is like old-time radio. This was fire in the old days.
I think you need, like, plastic.
Oh wow. And now look, the fire jumped from the pile of leaves, and now it's... Oh, look at that little tree. The bark on that little tree is now on fire.
Oh, boy.
And it's slowly going up that little tree. By 10 o'clock, it's going to be a raging forest fire.
An inferno.
A raging forest fire. Can we take a long break so I could eat some cereal?
Want to play something in?
I should have.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
I'd like to give a fuck you to Tony Danza, you shit mule, for still not opening up the message board, you bitch. I'd like to give a fuck you to that hawk if you don't come over and shit on Jimmy's fucking chest. He loves it warm.
I'd like to leave a big fuck you to all the jerk-off New Jersey fucking drivers that gotta come over into Pennsylvania and fuck up our roads. The only thing worse than New Jersey fuck are chinks. Fuck all you. Fuck you. And fuck the blue state.
I'm giving a big fuck you to Piz. Piz, get off your knees. Stop sucking off the fucking boss. You fucking big sausage lick.
I'd like to give a big F you to my fucking coworkers who can't seem to listen to anything but, like, lump pussy-ass rock. Fuck you.
I'd like to leave a big F you to my friend Matt, who's a trucker, who hauls oversized loads out in the Midwest. Stop blocking up the fucking roads, you shit dick. And the next time I buy a concert ticket for you, you better show up. 3 strikes, you're out. Later, tool.
Yeah, I'll leave a big fuck you to my ex-wife and a guy I work with that's been fucking my ex-wife while I was working. Fuck you, rabbit, you scumbag motherfucker.
Crack! 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 Fuck you, Brian! 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 To get on the radio, I'm crying!
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1.
Well, fuck you very much.
On the
Opie and Anthony Show, we're going to make fun of people with Down syndrome.
I just didn't want to be in the middle of the flight and have him yank that handle hoping candy comes out and blow the door off the plane. We all get sucked out except for him because his head gets stuck.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! You're the only ones working on radio, Opie.
I know.
Jesus.
Are we motivated or what?
Highly motivated. Well, we had enough time off, I think.
We needed to get fired because we really were calling it in at the end there.
Yeah, we kind of were.
You know that your old pals, Opie and Anthony, would take like 3 weeks off around the holidays?
I know.
We pretty much did like 3 weeks of vacation from Christmas all the way into the new year.
Yeah, boss, we need the week before Christmas because it's the week before.
Right.
No one really does anything, and, you know, it's not going to affect our ratings.
Well, we ran the station, basically, and the boss would have to finally call us on vacation and go, guys? Hey, what's up, boss?
Hey, how you been?
Guys, it's January 10th. Are you guys coming back anytime soon? Yeah, we'll be back. God, give us to the 15th.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, so we figured we'd just take the rest of the week.
Right.
Because it's already, most of the week is shot, Monday. So we figured we'd take the rest of the week and we come in next Monday.
We really, really just needed to get fired. We were getting so lazy.
Is there a reason I have to bite into a Dirk Diggler banana that they got me here? It's the fattest, longest banana.
Not only that, you got the G-spot banana.
I know, I got it's curved.
It's curved perfectly for her pleasure.
You want to kiss me?
I hate I'm sorry.
Tommy, you're so stupid.
So stupid.
You like my car?
Kiss you? Can I just kiss you? Like my car, I just got it painted. Got it painted the same color.
Same color.
I just saw that over the weekend.
That's great.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights is a great movie.
Heather Graham, full frontal.
Mm-hmm.
Quick shot. That was nice. Roller Girl.
Always nice, always nice.
Yeah. Funny ass movie, man.
Nina Hartley catching a bullet.
Yes. Very good.
Just because I made out with Nina in a movie once.
Oh.
A short comedy I did. Me and Nina get to make out at the end.
Oh, that's right. It was the
American Dummy. Otto and George's movie.
I love that movie.
Right.
Yeah, you could get that movie up online now, right?
Yeah. I think eatabullet.com can order it from.
Oh, really?
But I wasn't even trying to plug.
So we're pretty much the only high-profile DJs in America right now working. Everyone else takes this whole week off, and then take some time for New Year's. Mm-hmm. And we used to be like that, but now that we're trying to make the biggest comeback in radio history, we understand we got to do some things.
You got to work a little harder.
We got to work a little harder. We can't be as lazy as we were.
You've been kicked down a few notches. You're trying to climb back up. You can't stop.
I think we're pretty much working the whole week. We might. What are we taking Friday off? Maybe.
Friday's Christmas Eve. Yeah, we're taking Christmas Eve off.
Oh, Friday's Christmas Eve. All right.
But we're working up until what, Thursday?
I thought we were taking Thursday and Friday this week.
That's what I thought.
That's next week, genius.
No, but both weeks.
No, we're going all the way to Thursday. If you don't want to be here Thursday, if you're not as motivated as Ann and I, then you go have fun.
Good. See you.
I just know that I will be starting my Christmas shopping on Friday. I'm not even kidding, man. I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything.
I'm really going the
gift certificates,
gift card thing. Gift cards.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because even that, you have to wait in that long line, that back and forth.
No, I'm not even talking
back and forth. I'm thinking just cold hard cash.
A couple of people are going to get cash, like some of the kids in the family. They're in their teens and stuff. They love the cash.
Right.
So you slap them with the cash.
Right.
They buy whatever they want. But I gave up this year. I really gave up. My girlfriend was like, for the past few weeks, has been saying, look, we got to do something here. We've done no Christmas shopping. I said, yeah, I know, but I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, she finds these, like American Express does this thing where they give a gift card. It's like a credit card. Yeah. They can go into any store and use it anywhere. It's not like you got to go to the store and buy them. So now they're used anywhere. It's the most unthoughtful gift you can possibly
How do I do that?
Give. Call up Amex.
That's a great gift. And it says as the name is Happy Holidays.
Happy Holidays here, and I would like to make a purchase. And it works like a credit card, so that you don't have to go to the store, because I hate those store gift certificates. Oh, great. You got me a gift certificate to Spencer Gifts. I'll get that lava lamp I've been drooling over.
And when it comes down to no one wants the personal touch anymore. If you give enough cash in a stupid Christmas card and go, here, that's all they want.
Believe me, they're not going to go, I really wish you put more thought into that and got me a sweater.
I was going to say, I really wish you'd try to pick out a sweater for me.
And last year was the ultimate for the family because I could not, it took so much thought to get everybody things. Because you're thinking, what am I going to get this guy? He's got whatever he needs. I can't really think of it. And you're going through the store and you just kind of settle on something. Screw it. Here you go. Buy something nice for yourself.
Here's your little gift card. Love, your grandson, Frank.
But, Christmas is for the young. The older you get, you just start really hating it and counting down the days when Christmas is over and you can just move on with your life. Yeah. But when you're a kid, you're counting down the days like, oh, Santa's coming. Oh.
Remember how long it used to take from the beginning of December until Christmas Day?
Right.
From the 1st until the 25th, it was a year of a kid's life. Mm-hmm. It would take forever. And now it's like, what the hell happened? It's the 20, what? I got to go shopping. You go crazy.
Yeah.
That's why years whiz by as you get older. As a kid, you're constantly looking forward to stuff.
So it
takes
time,
longer.
Right?
It seems like it takes longer. And then you, as an adult, you're constantly trying to put crap off, like bills and garbage you got to do. So it comes up on you really quick. Maybe we could all go out and play kick the can.
That's why
we could be young again.
That's Scatman Crothers?
Yeah, that's a Cocoon.
No, it was Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's right. It was Twilight Zone.
The movie.
You like Kick the Can, Doc? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wrong movie.
We played a game called Shine.
Right, Yom, wrong film.
So wow.
That wasn't a secret signal either.
So that's why we like to wreck Christmas. We're going to play this really fast so I can get a little more cereal down. And then we'll talk about the free meeting that might lead into what's going on today.
Oh, good. I could deep throat my banana
I know.
during the break. I'm breaking this up into small pieces and putting it on a napkin because I'm not shoving this in my mouth. It's the most embarrassing thing for a man to eat, besides an actual dick, is a banana. Because people watch, and it's like you got to open your mouth, shove it in there.
And being guys, when someone has a banana, everyone's looking like, I wonder if he's going to try to eat it, like holding like the bottom of it. And
how much of it is he going to bite off at one time?
Right.
Is he going to cup the bottom of it and jiggle him a little?
It's a banana, or as I like to call it, a dick without the delicious payoff.
But it's you don't want to eat a banana in public, especially one this giant. Johnny the Holmes banana.
Be funny if you open it and it's black.
You really think that?
Little skin over the tip of it.
Oh, stop it!
You really think that banana's giant?
Isn't it big for a banana? I mean, for me it's nothing. But what you're saying?
Dude, you were bragging that yours is as big as a Foster's can in the bathroom on Friday.
Oh.
Look at everyone.
I'm just going to push the back of my head onto it.
Anthony has peeled his banana, and now we can't do the radio show. We want to see his technique for eating that freaking thing. There he goes. He's cutting it into
I am breaking it into small pieces and laying it on a paper towel that I will now...
Oh,
that is a delicious banana.
You just took the fun out of it.
Yes, I did.
How am I supposed to whack my bag looking at this?
I am not. I diffused the situation.
All right.
You bastards.
It's a quick 2-minute prank call, and then we'll continue. Mm-hmm. Got to talk about the free meeting.
Hair in my throat.
Huh?
How'd that happen?
I was just listening to your station a little while ago.
Yeah.
And had my 3-year-old son with me, and you guys are putting down the Santa Claus thing, and it's just your parents and all that.
Yeah.
And I love Opie and Anthony, and I'm a faithful listener, but I had to change the station.
Oh, that's okay. You're
and-
doing parenting, that's called, when you change the station.
Yeah.
Wait.
but
I detect that you're a little pissed at us because we just said that there's no Santa Claus on the air.
Well, it'd be one thing if it was, a little later at night and there wouldn't happen to have been someone's kid listening,
Dude, I just saved you the hassle. Now you could get the credit for all those presents you bought for him.
Did we traumatize him?
No, you didn't, actually. I changed the station in time where he didn't pick up on it because he was busy doing something else.
Hey, what's your son's name?
It's Jeffrey.
Can I talk to him real fast?
Why? What are you going to say?
I just wanted to say hi to him.
You're not going to say anything bad, are you?
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
I hope not.
All right, where's Jeffrey?
I'll get him. He don't really talk much on the phone, but...
What's your wife saying in the background?
Oh, she wasn't too happy about it when I told her. She wasn't listening, but... Wait. Chill out. Chill out. Okay, hey, Jeffrey, somebody wants to talk to you on the phone. Those guys we were listening to on the radio? He's got a measuring tape. He said he's measuring the floor first.
And your wife is mad at me for doing that? Oh, I better talk to him and then smooth it over.
Okay, well, here he is, okay? I'll give him the phone, but I don't know if he'll talk.
All right.
Okay, here he is. Oh, here, Jeffrey, listen to this guy on the radio. He wants to talk to you. Here.
Jeffrey, take it. Come here. Wait, let me get him on my lap.
Jeffrey, come here. Just listen to what this guy has to say to you.
Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. It's your dad.
She said there's nobody here. You have to wait.
Heartless.
There you have it. Little Jeffrey. What's he, 30 now?
Yeah, that happened a long time ago. You can't hate me for that anymore. Right?
Well, some people can.
Really?
Sure.
All right, we're trying to figure out if Operation Phoenix is going down today or not.
Operation Phoenix?
It's Operation Phoenix.
Wow.
It's the rising of the Phoenix.
Operation Mongoose.
It's almost like that movie. We crashed our plane. That was the Opie and Anthony show.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're taking remnants of it to build a new plane.
That's right.
Fly back.
Yeah, and today's remnant is just a little piece of the plane. It's just a tiny little piece. But you just watch how this grows and festers.
I watched the original with Jimmy Stewart over the weekend. I love that when a movie comes out and then they got to play the original. You watched it. And all I kept doing was, keep your chin up. We're going to turn this thing around.
I can't find that.
I know. That was such a funny goddamn bit.
We're rebuilding the show every week, and that's one thing I still haven't been able to find.
That's part of the show that has to stay in the desert?
Yeah,
as we lift off in the plane that we built?
I guess. So, we're all hell is breaking loose, but we don't have any details.
Yeah, we need details.
We do need details. But I guess we could seg into our Fareed meeting on Friday.
Fareed.
Which pretty much started this whole thing. Stop wasting. We're not wasting your time, bro. We don't know. We don't know if it's going down officially.
This isn't a tease, Jim.
I didn't say it was. Stop wasting time. You don't have to stretch anything out anymore. Remember, we now pay for the show. It's not regular radio. We just don't want to look like dicks just in case there was some kind of problem today.
Go have a cheesesteak, Jim.
Oh, easy.
Showed him.
No reason to hit that hard.
And Eric and everybody else is running around like lunatics trying to figure out if it's going down or not. And if it is going down, it's going to be a huge story today. It's going to be a massive story, and a lot of people are going to be really pissed off.
It is going down. We just don't know if it's going down today.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So after the show Friday, we went and met with our old pal Fareed.
Fareed,
and we sat in a conference room.
Mm-hmm.
I believe on the 44th floor overlooking all of Manhattan and Central Park and the 59th Street Bridge. And
it was very nice how we, each of us were commenting on how we bashed each other in the newspaper and in on the radio. That was nice. That was a nice uncomfortable moment.
Well, you know what? I used to think that you could actually make friends in this business. Stupid me.
Yeah.
Stupid me. I mean, they're friends with you until they don't need you anymore, and then they kick you out the door and they forget they ever met you.
Until maybe later down the line.
Until down the line, then they need you again.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
And Fareed was Fareed is a good friend of ours, I guess.
He is. He's a business
guy. He
guy.
was kind of bitter that we decided to go back to satellite radio. It's a fact that that he was one of a few people that wanted to throw us back on commercial radio.
Yeah.
And we just didn't feel like there was anything left in commercial radio for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we always said if someone out there could figure out how to take this satellite radio show and syndicate it back to commercial radio, we would be more than willing to listen, right, Anthony?
Open to anything.
Right. So Fareed says, hey, guys, why don't you stop by my office? And so we went to his office on Friday, and we had ourselves a little sit-down meeting, and we trashed each other.
Little meeting.
Big
that
time.
Was fun.
He's like, hey, what did he say? He's like, where have you guys been? No one's talking about you anymore.
Where have you guys been? No one's talking about you anymore.
I'm like, oh, that's really funny, Fareed. Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah, we're only in, I don't know, a bunch of articles every single day across America because we're kind of like the pioneers of this satellite radio thing as far as high-profile guys go. You know? Yeah, no one's talking about us anymore. Sure. Okay.
That's his little jab.
Right.
We brought little Jimmy, too. Sat in on the meeting with us.
And they're taking his cell phone numbers and stuff, thinking like you're a real bigwig.
Well, you told the woman, you're like, well, he's like the
Judy.
brains. Judy, that was the brains behind the whole thing. So they just had no idea what an idiot they were talking to. I'm just nodding like, yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, because he's the brains behind everything. And Judy looked over at Jim and went like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
can I have your cell number, your home number?
Serious, yeah.
Yeah.
My Sabbath shirt, my fat stomach, and she's like, ugh.
She'll call Jim. Jim will think it's a prostitute calling.
Hi, it's Judy. Did I get your number from Craigslist?
How much were you? 3?
Citadel, how much is that on my chest?
So then I go to Fareed. I'm like, yeah, that was really nice what you had to say about Ant and I when we decided to sign with Satellite Radio instead of with your company. And he was like, "What was I supposed to say?"
Yeah. What am I supposed to say?
He was like a scorned girlfriend or something.
Defending
Ex-girlfriend,
his properties.
Right?
Yeah.
He was all bummed that we didn't sign with him. But our logic, and it's working out, I do believe, is that look, we go to XM Satellite Radio, and then we maybe do some commercial as well on the side.
There you go.
It's a win-win for us, and certainly a win-win for everyone else, right?
Yes. So and it gives people an outlet to voice their dissatisfaction with some people that they have to deal with now.
Right. Well,
because there's some kind of grudge there, man.
Well, let's just be honest. Fareed hates Howard just as much as we do.
Yeah.
You know, Howard is a complete dick. Always has been. It's always been about himself. Doesn't really care about his listeners. Doesn't care about, putting on a entertaining show anymore, a funny show. Doesn't give a crap. Just wants to get his paychecks.
It's
and
all about the $500 million.
Right.
That's what it boils down to with him.
And rumor has it that Fareed left, Infinity Broadcasting because of Howard.
Yep.
Because Howard was just a complete dick, taking personal shots at Fareed and his kids and things like that. That's good.
Uh-huh.
One of the guys that helped you get where you are and make you really rich, you're just completely trash because you don't like some of the things going on.
Yep. But then he'd run and hide behind Mel.
But then if someone talks about your hot, daughters with their big tits, you get all pissed off, don't you?
Oh, he certainly does.
But it's okay to make fun of everyone else's kids, right? It was okay to make fun of Brother Weeze's daughter, right,
yeah.
Howard? It was okay. But if someone does it to you, you run to Mel, and then Ant and I have to come back from vacation to get yelled at, and probably should have been fired, but they were too scared to fire us because then we would have went across the street and competed against you head to head.
Yep.
Remember that, Howard? Remember? Ant and I was skiing. You were in the Caribbean or something, and we had to cut our vacation short to meet with Mel Karmazin on like the 88th floor of some fucking building in the middle of Manhattan to get yelled and screamed at because you couldn't handle a little abuse.
A little good-natured ribbing.
A little good-natured ribbing. Remember that?
Yeah, he'd run and hide behind Mel every time. Anytime the crap hit the fan, there he went, running to Mel Karmazin. And now he's going to do the same thing. Those people over there at Sirius don't even have a clue what they're in for over there with those two. They don't have a clue. Howard runs and cries to Mel. Mel kisses his ass, does anything up to firing people just to keep his boy happy.
No, he'll fire people if they don't have power.
That's what I mean.
Right. Okay.
Right up into firing people.
Okay. Yeah.
Ass.
So Fareed just dislikes Howard as much as we do, just because of all the little stupid games he plays behind the scenes, and then acts like he's this big tough radio guy on the air.
Yeah.
Like he'll take on anyone. Sure he will.
Yeah.
No, he'll take you on behind the scenes with the big bosses. Make sure that certain people like ourselves, it wasn't just us, that, make sure, there's a gag order. Don't mention them. or you'll get fired.
He fights the people he can beat. He never confronts the Clubber Langs, the ones that'll kick his ass. It's just like Rocky III, isn't it?
Good reference, Clubber Lang.
It is.
So
they keep him. Mel keeps Howard guarded. He doesn't let. Yeah.
He puts him against bums. It'll kill you to pieces, Rock.
So this high-profile meeting went down on Friday. It's definitely
Just want to read the
music and bits, though. What does that mean?
Well, because probably had to be edited.
Like we said, it would have to be, right?
It's a beginning.
How'd you find out? Write that down.
I got sources.
They call Scorch, the kingdom of...
They had no clue at that station what was
Kingdom
going
of
on.
Nakedness. Everyone's new.
They're doing a meals broadcast. Scorch is giving away free meals to the homeless or something.
Hey, look at that. I'm a good guy.
I mean, they had to edit the 45 minutes of best of they were sent?
I don't know.
45.
We'll,
That's planner.
Ouch. See, the difference is you're not going to explain what you're doing. I would explain it to people.
Well, it's because you're Opie and I'm just a little cast member on the side.
Yeah, sure
I'm
you are.
More expendable.
You're getting more and more evil by the day.
More and more evil. True.
So, we did the high-profile meeting, phone calls. It just got nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, wow, I think it's a go. I think this is happening.
It's looking like it.
And then Fareed wished us a happy holiday and then gave us all a huge box of wine each.
Box of wine! And it was a box with bottles of wine in it. It
Lots
wasn't that
of bottles.
boxed
How
wine.
many bottles? Like 6 to 8?
I put it in the trunk of a cab and it blew out the back tires. That was the worst Christmas gift I've ever got.
This is the best part. We haven't talked to Fareed in a while. You know, we have this love-hate with him, like just about anyone else that Anthony and I have ever come across in this radio business. And it was obvious we're in the conference room having this high-profile meeting, but Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, I better give these guys something. So he just disappears for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, some of his people come by and throw these 3 boxes of wine on the conference table with little cards. One says Opie, one says Anthony, one says Jim Norton. You know he was in the back office quickly going, Happy Holidays.
I know, happy.
And yeah, I mean, my ink wasn't even dry on my card.
A little smudge.
I didn't get a Jim Norton card. I had 2 Fareed cards with mine. 2 cards that said Fareed, Happy Holidays. I guess he scooped them all up at once, yeah.
Oh,
what a lovely gift.
There were like 8 bottles, full bottles of wine that he slaps down on the table, and I'm just looking going, oh, my God, I got to walk to my car now, which is a few blocks away at a parking garage.
Dude, how was it 25 pounds?
Dude, it had to be 25 pounds.
It was like a 25-pound box.
Yeah. 25 pounds, and we're carrying it. I had it on my shoulder.
And Jim's a recovering alcoholic or whatever.
Well, my doormat had been tanked all week.
Oh, really?
I can't drink. It's a fine gift. I haven't been this happy since someone gave me a baby they cut out of his stomach in Kansas City.
Oh. What is that about?
Huh? Puppy for sale.
Holy S. Holy S.
Land shark.
Candygram.
So we walked out of there with our really heavy Christmas gift.
Heavy wine gift.
From Fareed and the fine folks at Citadel Broadcasting.
If we had any balls, we just would have left those 3 right outside the Citadel door.
It's all right. Go ahead. You wanted to leave him right next to the elevator.
Yeah, it's a good.
So when he goes home, he has to see his stupid Christmas gifts piled up.
90 pounds of liquor.
Right.
Just sitting there.
Sitting at the side by the elevator. Yeah, that would have been good.
All stupid because we're all carrying it with 2 hands in front of us. We're arching our backs, backward because you need a little more help.
When we're leaving the office, you got to tuck it under your arm, all awkward, just to shake his hand.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Wouldn't a bottle have done the same?
1 bottle
trick?
would have been fine.
Yeah. It was the thought.
The box.
So I guess it's going down, and basically Anthony and I are being heard in Syracuse right now on 95X.
Hey, how about that?
95X. We're being heard on commercial radio today.
Yes.
While Howie's on vacation.
Yes. He's on vacation, and they yank him off the air and throw on your pals.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. How about that?
And all hell is breaking loose in Syracuse, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
One down.
This is just the beginning.
How many other markets is he in? One down.
I'm going to gleefully state that we are wrecking his vacation.
Yes.
It makes me very happy.
Of course.
Because right about now he's getting phone calls. He's being woken up with the horrendous news that we're in his hair again.
I am so happy because, well, we're on, and we're making him miserable.
And this was all like last minute, so they don't even have it really figured out yet. We were supposed to go live today, but we're doing a satellite radio show, and we're not going to compromise our satellite radio show. So they're trying to figure out how they could take what we're doing and throw it on a commercial radio station. That's up to them, because we can't really change our show. We're into doing the satellite radio thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we had to just send a lot of like best of material to Syracuse today.
That's what we're doing today.
And then they went through the best of material and went, whoa, okay, hey, they're cursing a little bit here. Whoa, hey, you can't do that on commercial radio anymore. Whoa, what's this? So I guess they're editing the crap out of it, and they're playing music and playing what they can right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully we'll figure out the bugs so we could.
We'll figure out a way to transition into live programming.
Yeah, so we could talk to Syracuse live tomorrow because they're all going to hate us, which is great.
Oh my God, the people, the fans of this program, hold on to your hats because it's going to be fun. The hatred that comes through the phone lines when we go into a brand new market is the funniest thing, and that's something I really did miss about satellite radio. When we were at NEW, just in New York exclusively, and then we branched out and syndicated first into Philly, the calls we got, the hatred of our show by these people, you can't imagine. It is brutal.
How bad was Philly that first day?
Philly turned out to be one of our best markets, one of the hugest ratings we've ever had, one of the highest ratings that station ever had.
Right, but at first they wanted us dead.
Get off, you suck, shut up,
You're
play
not
the music.
funny,
You're
you
not
stink.
funny, who the hell do you think you are?
This is not what I'm used
Right,
to.
and then what do we tell them?
Just give it some time.
Just listen for a week and a half, 2 weeks.
That's why
some people not even.
That's why we call it the O&A virus.
Once you're exposed to it,
we don't know what happens, but all of a sudden it just happens. You're infected, and then you want to tell other people.
That beginning part, though, before they get the scratchy throat and sniffles, it's so funny. They're brutal to this show, and you will get to listen along with us.
Right, and this is a big deal because everyone in commercial radio, they've been saying since we got fired that you'll never hear from us again. Look, we're so into the satellite thing. We truly believe this is the future of radio. But it's nice to go back into our roots a little bit and get some of this stuff on regular radio just to prove to people that, no, we're not blackballed. We're not done.
Yeah.
People will hire us again. They are calling. They want this show in syndication.
Sure.
Let them just dump out of whatever they can't use. It's fine. Just dump out of it. Who cares?
That's it. And then the people that have satellite will get the show undumped.
Unedited and in replay all day.
So I'm wondering if there are...
And then you got to figure commercials also.
Right. I'm wondering if there's... some XM listeners in Syracuse that could call us right now and let us know what's going on 95X right now.
Good idea.
95X in Syracuse. What, Ben?
Yeah, but they're hearing a best of show.
No, I know, but I want to hear what they're playing. See, we could talk to someone live now in Syracuse because they have the XM satellite radio, so they call in and like, dude, could you throw it on the regular radio because I want to see what they're doing on 95X. We're very curious.
Right.
That's all. So it's just going to be a complete nightmare for Howie. Complete nightmare. Let's go to Ellis in Philly. Hey, Ellis, what's up?
Hey, guys. Had a great time there on Friday.
You were one. Oh, yeah. What's up?
I'm wondering, isn't Fareed kind of shooting himself in the foot?
Why?
Kind of like having a big commercial for XM.
Well, that's the difference, though. I mean, we're just gonna do our show. I mean, do we mention XM here and there? Of course. But
we don't do big commercials for XM every day on this show. It's not like Howie talking about Sirius every 2 seconds.
Because don't forget, once you're on, even though like when you're on Infinity, you can actually be syndicated to Citadel. Like Stern right now, like O&A, where is Infinity, but then you're syndicated to Citadel. It's not like you're doing a commercial for Infinity just by the nature of being on it.
Right, and I'm not. This is an experiment. We're going to try to figure out and see if this even makes sense. Citadel's going to try to see if it makes sense. I mean, they could yank us tomorrow. They could yank us by the end of the week. They could yank us, I don't know, in 2 weeks. We don't know. We don't know what this is going to lead to, but we do know this is really, really big news. You'll see. You'll see.
Well, congratulations.
All right.
Thank you, mister.
Thank you. Let's go to Texas. Hey, Texas, what's up?
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
Well, we're having fun today at Howie's
I hear
expense.
Hey, listen, I lived up in Syracuse for 27 years before I come down here.
Yeah.
And Howard is just entrenched up there. Those guys are going to lose their fucking mind.
Oh, we love it. Bring it. Love
They
it.
ain't going to know what to do with themselves. Hell, I already made some phone calls.
No, he's, yeah. I mean, this will wreck his vacation, and we're all about wrecking Howard's life because he's the biggest douchebag behind the scenes that you would ever want to meet.
Man, he's definitely. I got to agree with you.
All right. Thanks, Texas.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right. Bye,
fella.
I used to be a huge fan years ago. Back in the 80s and stuff, you didn't grow up, especially in New York, without listening to Howard. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. It was entertaining. Now, though, and especially now, knowing what he's like behind the scenes, it's such an act. You're not, it's not like I'm delusional and thought that the person on the air is the exact same person you're going to get. But when he's just screwing you over personally, kind of takes away from the humor, Guy's such a scumbag,
and we didn't
phony.
We wouldn't have minded if he screwed us over royally on his own show and went, quote, toe-to-toe with us. But, but he turned out to be the biggest pussy. He knew he couldn't, hang with us.
Oh, when he was kicking, what are those two guys' names?
Mark and Brian.
Mark and Brian's ass, or John DeBella in Philly. He just, destroyed DeBella. And it was great radio to listen to. And then you realize, it's just because they were easy targets and easy marks. Anybody that has any bit of talent, anybody that would have put up a bit of a fight, he doesn't screw with because he doesn't want to be put in the position where he might lose. And that's what happened with us. We started giving him a little crap. We gave the guy his respect when we came into New York. You don't come into New York not being nobodies and start bashing Howard Stern. You just don't. His listeners will rip you to pieces, or at least they would have, years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we came in, did our show, built a listenership, showed people the show we did, and then just started taking little shots at Howard because he was being a hypocrite. And the people were realizing, wow, yeah, they're right. I do see this. And, we were pointing out little things, little hypocrisies that he would do, how he's an asshole behind the scenes. And what did he do? Did he get on the air and destroy us like Mark and Brian? Or like DeBella? No, he ran to Mel Karmazin and said, Mel, you shut those two guys up. I don't want to hear them mention my name. I want their jobs threatened if they mention my name. That's how he fought. That's how Howard fought back. Not on the air. Not like he did against anybody else with his big radio battles.
Right.
Screw him.
Well, we could go to Syracuse. Dan is in Syracuse. Let's see what's going on. Dan, what's going on?
Hey, I just got done driving through Syracuse, and they was playing Hi Mom, I'm in Porno.
Oh, they're playing Hi Mom, I'm in Porno?
Yeah.
And what else are they doing? Are they playing some of our sweepers or?
No, just right now we got the weather going on.
Yeah, they got to figure it all out, but we're definitely being heard in Syracuse. Maybe they're just playing stuff from our CD, or I don't know.
I have no idea.
I turned it over there when you said it, and they was playing that.
All right, can you hold on the line and someone pick him up? And as soon as they have some O&A material, we're going to go right back to you because I'm curious to see what they're doing today.
Okay.
Because this is day one. I mean, this all went down real late Friday, and everyone was scrambling all weekend long to try to figure out how to make this work today.
Well, no time to get a signal up. It's hard to how do you broadcast to commercial from satellite? That hasn't been figured out yet.
Right.
Yep.
So, all right, they're talking to Dan, and as soon as some O&A shit hits the air, we'll go back to him. CJ from Illinois, what's up?
Hey, what's up, all day?
How are you, buddy?
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, CJ. Thanks for calling the program.
Hey, I just got a little take I was thinking about going down the road here. You know how big that is going to be for you guys if your show goes syndication? That the people that don't hear the uncut version are going to want to go to hear the uncut version, I mean.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's gonna. It's gonna be a win for everybody. I mean, Citadel's gonna get huge headlines in the coming days, and it's gonna help their company. It's gonna help our exposure across America, and yeah, everyone wins. Because not everyone's gonna get satellite radio in the end. So there's still gonna be a piece of the pie for Citadel and these other broadcasters. There'll always be.
But then there's also going to be people that listen and go, wow, I want to hear what they're talking about when we have to go to the long commercial breaks on, regular radio. They have commercials, and during that time, we'll still be on the air for the satellite audience, and they're going to, and that's when we go to things like, maybe the wiffle bat comes out or something. Who knows?
I think even more than that is that people are going to want to hear, usually people listen to an hour a day when they're driving or whatever they're doing. People are going to want to hear the other 2.5 or 3 hours that they miss.
Yeah, then we get the rebroadcast.
Right. Hear it later on, right?
The rebroadcast factor, sure.
This is just the beginning. I mean, we're just,
we're working it out.
We're stepping into the unknown, but we'll figure it all out. But it's just very exciting for the Opie and Anthony show today.
Yep.
Let's go back to Dan in Syracuse. Dan, what's up?
They're still on commercials.
Still on commercials, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Ben, someone has to just keep him on the line and then, somehow signal to us that we could go to him when, because that's boring. Let's go to Frank on Long Island. What's up, Frank?
Yo, boys, how you doing?
Pretty good, Frank.
Hey, Anthony.
Yes.
Victory! You guys.
Of course.
You guys, man. I've been with you guys since BAB.
Yep.
And this is just the sweetest day for me. All these bastards picking on you.
It's the beginning of the payback. It's the beginning of the payback.
You always win in the end.
I am so psyched for you guys. You guys fucking rock, and congratulations, boys. Merry Christmas.
All right.
You're a good grandson, Frank.
Our enemies had a lot of fun at our expense. A lot of fun.
They certainly did, for quite a while.
And payback's going to be a bitch.
It's really going to be hard to swallow.
You should see what we have in store for people. You should see this is just the beginning.
Oh. We're working on it, Popeye.
So that's what's going on. I mean, for a lot of people, you're pretty much like, who cares? But trust me, for the program, it is huge news that Fareed decided to replace Howard with us.
Do you think the listeners on satellite will get jealous? Remember the jealousy that happened with our WNEW listeners in New York? When we branched out and went to Philly, and Philly was bashing us, our New York listeners really came to our defense, and we would put them on the phones together and let our New York listeners just beat the crap out of the Philly listeners. After a while, and it didn't take that long at all, Philly turned around completely and just really fell in love with the show. And then New York started getting jealous of Philly and started bashing Philly that, well, we were here from the start. We remember, and I'm thinking maybe the XM people that have subscribed to us and been on are going to be a little jealous now that we're inviting in other people.
That was our problem, though. We kind of played the cities off of each other.
The cities against each other?
We should have just laid back naked and had one big bukkake video made. Let everyone let everyone have their way with us.
Oh,
instead of playing it like, no, Philly, we love you. No, we love you, New York.
Just be the whore.
Just everyone whip out their hogs and bukkake.
Not even try. Bukkake. Here's a nice heaping glass of Philly.
That's the most disgusting thing in porn when they drink it out of a glass.
Isn't it really rank?
I don't mind it on the face, but when it comes out of a glass and they can't finish it and it slowly sloshes back in like warm sherbet. Viscous sherbet.
Let's go to North Carolina. Mike, what's going on today, Mike?
Hey, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure this would be such a good idea, doing this syndication thing.
Why is that, sir?
Well, I mean this on a respectful way. I think you guys rock, but we're going to get just an hour of hardcore stuff now.
No. See, this is a huge experiment. We don't know where it's going to lead to. We can't compromise our satellite radio show, that's for sure. All you need to know today is that we are getting under Howard Stern's skin really, really bad, and that should make you chuckle. It should just make you chuckle.
I just didn't want it to aim down, you know what I mean?
No, don't worry about that.
The way they work stuff like that is you have somebody on what they call a dump button, and anything that you say that can't be used on terrestrial radio, guy hits the button, so you lose that couple of seconds. So terrestrial will hear a little thing that went wrong, and they'll know that they missed something.
All right.
Cool.
All right,
Keep
Mike.
the faith.
All right. Thank you.
Goodbye, mister.
Let's go back to Dan in Syracuse. Dan?
Yeah.
So what's the station playing right now?
Some rock song.
Oh, turn it up. This is what they're playing right now. Well, I didn't
quite hear that.
You get that?
We should give a prize to the first person that knows what song that was, because I have no idea. I couldn't. Was that even music?
Can you understand that? Let me turn it down a little bit.
All right. Oh, yeah, okay, STP. All right,
Wow.
Big Cat
Got
wins
it.
a prize. Interstate Love Song. All right.
Wow.
Maybe we're coming on right after that.
Okay, I'll stay in touch.
All right, cool. All right, there you go. It's going down, though. We know that much. It's going down.
Yep.
We're being heard on 95X in Syracuse in place of Howard.
Syracuse. Yep. In place of Howard.
With possibly other cities to follow.
Yep.
And wait when Howard gets the bill from Citadel, by the way.
I heard about that, yeah. Maybe we ought to keep that on the QT. I don't know if they want us blabbering about things that are going on
I'm
like
just
that.
wondering if, is he officially being sued?
I don't know.
Or is that just a bill? Is he being sued, or is it a bill?
Tick-a-lock. Tick-a-lock. Click. I don't know. I'm not doing anything. Let's just say he's not going to be a very happy guy on his vacation.
I think his vacation is ruined. Day one of his vacation is ruined.
If you could think of the last people on the face of the earth he would want replacing him on any of his stations, it is us.
Yes.
He hates us and does not want us piggybacking any of his publicity. He doesn't like it when we get our own publicity. And he would rather have anyone step into any of his stations when he leaves, or before he leaves, than us. And the fact of the matter is, like we were the first people on satellite radio, hello, first one's replacing your sorry ass.
There you go.
Enjoy your vacation. I hope your girlfriend's rubbing the suntan lotion on your back right now when you get the news.
Oh, God.
Jack off. Where's my agent?
Let's play butt plug or something.
Mel, is there anything you could do?
Gotta play something we haven't played in a while. How about, have we played Publishers Clearinghouse in a while?
Oh, I haven't heard that one in many months.
Baby. What's that, the publishing clearance? Is that the bit?
Publishing clearance,
baby. Gonna find a listener, and we're gonna a listener.
Frankie Blue, baby. It's Frankie Blue.
Check this out. We'll continue.
Hello?
Yes, I'm calling. Is this?
Yes, it is. What can we do for you today?
Yes, I just got a call.
Yes.
And he gave me my claim number.
Uh-huh.
Because I won a prize.
Yes, you did. What claim number did you get?
654.
654.
321.
321.
6J.
6J?
Yes.
Ooh. Pretty excited, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You ever win anything before?
Never won anything.
Hold on, please.
Oh, okay.
Dude, tell her she won a European vacation.
Hello?
Hello?
That is coming up as a European vacation.
A European vacation?
Yeah.
He had told me something like $10,000.
I wish I were you, as a matter of fact, because it's a European vacation for your family plus $10,000 in spending money.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Are you psyched?
Yeah. I'm like shaking. This is, oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Hold on.
Okay.
We have our supervisor here.
Okay.
He's going to need, I guess, some information, maybe. Hold on.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes?
Hi, this is John Huber, Bill's supervisor. Can I have that number once again, please? We got to verify that you are, in fact, the winner.
Yes, it's 654 321
Uh-huh.
6J.
6J?
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you said A, John.
You thought...
I thought it was an A.
It's 6J?
It's 6J as in jump.
All right, we got some good news and bad news. You're still the winner.
Okay.
But your prize is a set of steak knives.
A set of steak knives?
Yes, the European vacation for you and your family, and the $10,000 spending money is for 6A.
Oh.
And you'll have to pay for the shipping on the steak knives.
Oh, all
and
right.
that's $19.95.
Okay.
Would you like to?
No, thank you.
Oh.
Okay. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Well, thank you anyway.
Okay.
Oh, that was way too painful, man.
Poor girl.
Bad smell, bad language, and now bad jokes. This is the freakiest show I've ever been party to.
Because we're perverts.
Really?
Stupid.
So you know it's good.
That's why we love doing this radio show.
Right.
Okay, terrific.
Time to put your mouth where our balls are.
Buckle up, kids. It's cool. Let's just put it this way.
Sexual harassment, mostly.
Just shut up.
I was so offended. Don't listen, you twat. Hit her over the head with a shovel.
If you did that, I would make love to you right now.
Come on. People that get their news from O&A are the same people who watched Sesame Street till they were 12.
Yes, precisely.
Guys talk about nasty stuff like this all the time.
Sit down and put on your laughing hats because here comes a home run.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
This is Dominic Chianese. You know me. I play Uncle Junior on The Sopranos, right? Yeah. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Merry Christmas!
Look what we do to you now.
Oh. And a Merry Christmas to you and yours. Oh, 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 oh. It's the O&A virus spreading across America, mostly because of XM satellite radio, and now a little piece of the virus has spread to Syracuse on a little commercial radio station called 95X.
I don't think that'll clear up. I think that's just going to spread.
Yeah, I do believe that's going to spread. Yes.
Take some Tylenol and lay down in bed. And
know what the beauty is? Today we start our show like just another normal show.
Uh-huh.
All the other high-profile radio DJs in America pretty much taking these 2 weeks off, but we know we can't take time off. We have to attempt the biggest comeback in radio history. And we start teasing a little something. Then we told you what it is, that our old pal Fareed from Citadel decided to replace Howard with us in Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it's going to be. Maybe it's just today. Maybe it's all week. Maybe it's 2 weeks. Maybe it's permanent. I don't know. We don't know yet.
We got to work it out.
But we know this is the start of something absolutely huge.
Yes.
Absolutely huge. So now we let our listeners know. And now it's starting to spread, Anthony, isn't it? Now
the slow spread always starts with us making an announcement, and then it goes right to the New York radio message board.
And what are they saying on the New York radio message board this morning?
Ever since they started this morning on XM Satellite Radio, Channel 202, Opie and Anthony have been teasing some sort of return to terrestrial radio. They've been recapping the Frankie Blue incident of last week and quoted, until their voices are heard again on that station, NEW, it will never be what it used to be. More info to follow, no doubt. And then an answer to that one is they just announced 95X in Syracuse is running their show in place of Howard's Best Ofs.
Hold on, we got to go right to Dan. I don't mean to interrupt you. Dan is in Syracuse monitoring the radio station. Dan.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're playing the worst of stuff. Some accordion man deal.
Accordion man. All right, crank it up. This is what they're playing in Syracuse right now instead of Howard.
No, I'm sorry. It's too bad you can't see it. So you don't think you can come here?
No. Ever since the accident, I can't really drive.
What, you get in an accident?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was his own fault. He was trying to actually play an accordion while he was driving. Now, that's a silly thing to do.
That old gag.
Wow, I don't think we've ever played that one on satellite radio.
No.
The accordion prank call is being played on 95X in Syracuse instead of Howard Stern.
Are they just playing stuff off of Demented World?
Well, like I said, this went down last minute on Friday that, they had to figure something out today, and then it'll get a little better tomorrow, I do believe.
I want to be
yes, Dan.
live.
Eric.
They're also running our XM imaging for the worst of stuff with the Demented World stuff as well.
Oh, so are they just doing Demented World stuff today, you think?
So far, we only heard 2 bits.
That's fine, though. I mean, it's doing its job, trust me.
Oh, yeah.
All we need is our voice being heard in Syracuse instead of Howard Stern's.
That's right.
And we win again.
We win.
All right, so go back to that, Anthony.
They just announced that 95X in Syracuse is running their show in place of Howard's Best Ofs. This is the station that has been blanking out Howard's broadcast every time he mentions Sirius and cutting his show off at 10 a.m. sharp. 95X is owned by Citadel. And then that is answered by apparently they've reached an agreement with Fareed at Citadel look for them to replace Howard on the 4 other Citadel stations he airs on.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, that's what happens on
Sure.
the message boards. They start speculating, and before you know it, it spreads.
So now it's spread to that, and it'll spread to other websites and newspapers and possibly a little TV later today. You watch how this just starts spreading.
Oh, yeah.
Like a wildfire.
Well, they've been looking, and speculating on who's going to replace Howard, so it's kind of a big story. Yeah, watch and see.
I can't wait to listen to Board Reflections.
Alan Sniffen. We love the New York radio message board. Alan Sniffen runs it.
We don't have a problem with him anymore.
No.
We actually like him.
Alan's a good guy.
He was very fair and very nice.
He didn't like us at first, and then he just decided to have an open mind about us, and that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Is you have an open mind,
and he
and be fair with your reporting. If you hate us, you hate us, But if you like us, you could talk about that as well. So.
And when we were being kicked for the 2 years that we were out, he always came to the defense of the show, saying that he wasn't a huge fan of the program and the material, but he respected what we did over there at NEW and how we got good ratings, and the show was successful, and there was no denying that. And some people would try to get on the board and actually say that we weren't successful.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of hard to do when the proof is on ratings papers.
Yeah.
But Alan is a dentist, by the way. Runs a radio message board, but he's a dentist. And he does these board reflections every month or so, where he does a real audio radio show and talks about the state of New York radio, and it's hysterical. He's got like music beds and sweepers and stingers. Alan Sniffen, board reflections. Hysterical.
I don't even think that accordion bit is that funny from Demented World.
No?
I don't know. There's a lot of really funny tracks off our CD. Accordion Man was okay.
Believe me, whatever they're playing up there is just getting pounded by people. I'm sure they're calling them, get this off.
It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't have the right paperwork filled out and were afraid to play anything off from XM without the right paperwork being filled out because everybody's so paranoid about getting sued.
You think?
Yeah, it was Friday afternoon. And, XM...
Dude, they didn't have this figured out Friday night at like 10 at night. So, I mean, they had to really scramble to try to get anything on the air this morning in Syracuse. So, and we'll take it to the next level hopefully tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, why did we have to talk about Frenchie's party? You were saying?
Oh, a little bit about Frenchie's party.
Why do we have to talk about this?
I feel
Thanks, guys.
bad.
Well,
I feel bad.
What do you feel bad about?
I missed it.
Yeah, you guys are
I
dicks,
missed it.
both
I
of you.
came home Friday after our big meeting and fell asleep. I woke up at like 8 o'clock at night or whatever it was, and it threw me off for the entire weekend.
You have a little bit more of an excuse now. You live out in the burbs now.
And
I knew you weren't coming.
Great Neck.
Yeah.
It's very hard to drive to the city. I can't drive there from Great Neck.
Are they really all old in your neighborhood?
I live around old Jewish people.
That's hilarious.
Oy vey.
I heard when you get out of the car, some lady started yelling, Zell! The White Angel!
It is him!
This man needs a doctor! After he cuts his throat. Gets him some help.
Oh, that is great. Yeah, I live in a neighborhood of
So you
old
weren't
Jewish
coming back
people.
for Frenchie's party?
No, I screwed my sleep schedule up for the weekend. So by Saturday night, I had no clue what day it was, and I could not get in my truck and drive back into the city. Now you guys, you live here, the hustle and bustle and herky and jerky of Manhattan.
I live here.
His party was like a block away from where I live.
Yeah.
And I didn't show.
And Ovi didn't show up.
How many people were there?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I went out Friday, hung out a little bit, and then Ben calls me around 11:30.
Well, no, we were talking out throughout the day after I had to give you restaurant advice, which you didn't even use, and then she had Frenchie's. So I'm like, great. So I have the pleasure of getting Billy Mack to pick me up, which is an adventure in itself. Riding with Billy from downtown uptown, which was
with a Budweiser in one hand.
talking about
allegedly
talking about the first time he met Frenchie, which we all forget when he threatened to drive a truck through Frenchie's old restaurant, which I forgot about.
And now they're pals.
Now they're best friends.
They're pals now.
Yeah. Billy Mack.
You'd never know it from listening to the both of them talk to each other.
So I had every intention of going to Frenchie's party. I was pretty much making it an early Friday night, Anthony, but I figured
Saturday. It was
Saturday. I'm sorry. Well, Ant was mentioned Friday. So I was planning on making it an early night, and the party's right there. It's a couple blocks away. I'm like, might as well stop in at the end of the night, say hi to everybody. And Ben is text messaging me like crazy, when are you going to get here? And that's the first sign that I knew that he was just in party hell. Because Ben is like, you guys, Ben is like just a social butterfly, man. He knows where all the happening parties are every weekend, all the happening night spots.
He goes to the Saturday Night Live after parties.
Right.
He ends up at these like parties that end up in Page 6 and entertainment magazines. There's pictures and stuff. Ben goes to these parties.
Hence,
he knows how to do it. I don't know how he does it.
Hence all the rumors that he starts.
Right.
Maybe they're not rumors. It might be like the National Enquirer. Ben might be onto something with all these exaggerated things he comes in.
We were talking earlier.
Dan Aykroyd is hanging out with.
He was
college girls.
That's true.
We were
He's
talking
usually right though.
earlier about, and I'll give my review later on Blade Trinity. But we were talking about that earlier, and Ben goes, "Oh, Wesley Snipes. Yeah, I was hanging out at a party with him one time. We were sitting at the table and talking. Nice guy. Like he just goes to these parties and knows everything, everybody." Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes. That was years ago at Moomba, 7th Avenue.
See,
he knows.
Yeah. He knows. So
he knows everybody.
Yeah.
So then he's at Frenchie's party.
I show up to Frenchie's with Billy, and we walk in, and I see Kev sitting on a chair, some French guy who's talking about serious stock, Frenchie and his girlfriend. I'm like, and the lights are on bright, and there's no music on, and I'm like, oh my God!
And Ben knows how to
now all the happening parties. The lights got to be dim, Ben.
Look, well, you're talking to Ben, who throws his own birthday party every year. Ben knows how to throw a party.
Yeah.
He picks the hottest clubs. He picks he gets a DJ.
What was that party that Ben organized in that place that used to be like a Yankee Cranky shop?
Happy Ending.
Oh, yeah. Ben went there. What a party that was.
Only Ben could find an old massage parlor.
Yeah.
To throw his birthday party.
Liquid Todd spinning.
Todd spun, yeah.
It was a pisser.
You're sitting in like this area that used to be like, I don't know, the steam room.
Yep.
Or the individual Yankee Cranky rooms.
Yeah.
Andrew WK showed up.
Now it's a club. It looks like one big, huge, like tiled bathroom, but now it's a club. And Ben finds this place.
Yeah, Andrew WK was there, the guy from the Spin Doctors.
Yeah. Voss was harassing every woman.
Wasn't Voss a real scumbag that night to somebody?
Yeah, he was hitting on every woman. He was like, hey, can you give me a Yankee Cranky? He was the one that causing all the problems.
Yeah. It was a great party. Had a great look.
Yeah.
It was one of those nice, cool Manhattan parties.
Yeah, made the newspaper.
It made Page 6.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. When Ben throws a party, he just knows how to throw
how
a
it's
party,
done.
and everyone wants to go to Ben's party.
Knows how it's
Ben's
done.
birthday parties is like there's like velvet ropes and there's a doorman and there's a line. And it's like, but I know Ben. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You're not dressed right.
You're not herky and jerky enough.
It's a BYOBD. It's a bring your own big duties.
So anyway, I walked in, I was like, oh no, and I'm like, I first got in there, I was like, oh, there's no music on, there's like some cheese laid out and stuff, and Billy's just hammered, and then this guy starts talking to me about Sirius, and
everyone relax with Sirius stock. Everyone owns Sirius stock. Yeah. Okay, that's why that thing is never going to go way up like XM did.
Don't make it sound like, I love when people start talking stocks and they go, well, I picked up Sirius. Yeah, it might as well be a widget stock. It doesn't matter what the company does, what it sells, you're just buying it, speculating, hoping it goes up, not based on anything.
Well, no, what is widget stock? Is that white stock that acts like midget stock?
I see where you were going with that.
You were trying to make a white
good
midget
attempt.
Joke.
Widget.
Yo, home. How you doing, B?
I didn't think of midget. I didn't even think of midget.
It's a wigger midget.
I did not even think of
midget. Most people buy Sirius because it's down low and they see XM. They're like, well, obviously, they're going to go right up to where XM is.
Based on nothing. No financials.
It trades on emotion.
Yeah. So, and believe me, everyone's got it. That's why there's billions and billions of shares out there. Don't worry about it. Don't sound like Mr. Wall Street when you come up to us and go, hey, I own Sirius stock. Ooh, great. You going to go to the shareholders meetings there, Skippy?
Ben doesn't miss a beat either. It's like, are you on Sirius stock? They suck.
Yeah, they didn't pay me for months.
That's what I told him. He's like, oh, how could they not pay you? I go, trust me, I know 5 other people the same thing happened to.
I've been looking at the financials. Shut up.
Probably gave the guy 45 minutes of inside dirt. He was having homosexual encounters in the serious, whatever type of, I won't even say the position, whatever type of empty studio, who might be in there filleting new talent.
Oh, my God. Why are you holding a grudge?
I'm not holding a grudge at all.
It's a lousy $50,000.
Dude, I'm not holding a grudge at all. Hey, thanks for the job. If you ever want a raise, let me know. Yuck.
Wow. Such anger.
Lazy fruit.
Such anger.
Wow.
Why is he a lazy fruit? Because he didn't put the paperwork in?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we've been hinting about it, but at the old place, Jim lost out on $50,000 because someone didn't get the paperwork in.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if it was 50. What the exact amount would have been?
It was 50 grand prize winner.
And then
baby, Frankie Blue.
We're gonna give you a raise, and then we're gonna
you, Jim.
Yeah, someone's going to reach their big hands in and just yank that salary right out of your bank account. Never went in.
Baby.
So where are we? So, yeah, Frenchie's party just had, a little music playing, bright lights, and a little cheese platter?
So I go right over, and, Todd, my friend Todd's on K-Rock on Saturday night, so I start cranking up, his show a little bit. Whoa, there's a baby that lives downstairs.
No.
Why do you have a party on Saturday night if the baby's,
Right.
So, there's a baby downstairs?
No.
I'm just annoyed at this point. No music, nothing. I'm sitting there.
So Ben is I erased all your messages because
you should have kept them.
No, the only reason was he used up all my memory. He literally gave me 20 messages, Anthony.
Well, you said you were coming.
And what were they?
Where are you, you dick? Stuff
exactly.
like that.
When you coming?
That pretty much tells you right there.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Somebody save
I'm
us.
a little tired, right? But I'm like, it's right there. I should stop by. Maybe honestly, I was thinking maybe you're going to be there. Some people from the show. Maybe some people I haven't seen in a while. Sure, it'll be fun. A little tired, but I'll make an appearance. So he's text messaging me like crazy, and then he finally gets me on the phone. He goes, "Where are you, dick?" And I'm like, "Ben." I swear that's exactly what I said because I hear no music, no talking. I go, Ben, it sounds like there's about 10 people there. He goes, that's about right. I'm like, and that's when I said, I'll be right over.
You told him you'd be right over?
Jokingly, I'll be, I'm putting my shoes on right now.
Yeah, sure.
And then all night long, the text messages.
It was because then you're trying to find it out. So I'm sitting there with Kev.
Well, is it true that Earl, who's the most boring person alive, stayed for 10 minutes?
Earl showed up.
And what?
It was like 6 minutes. It was enough time to stuff down a piece of cake. He didn't even take off his coat.
And Earl is always looking for something to do.
Because
he's very lonely, has no friends. He's always looking for someone to eat with or hang out with.
Ear to babble into.
So if he stayed for 5 or 6 minutes, it had to be just a complete drag.
Where are you going, Tuma?
Earl walked in, and then he yanked the honeybees over, and everybody got stung.
So how'd you get out of it?
You, Red.
I don't remember how I started to work out of it, but I said I had to go do something else, and I used Earl, I think, as an excuse. I don't even remember. You stayed. What the hell did you do after I left?
I stayed for a little while just to...
Did anyone else show up? Because Frenchie's like, more people are coming, more people are coming.
And Ben takes his weekends very seriously.
Of course.
And then he gets a hold of me yesterday, and he goes, it ruined my whole weekend.
Oh, Ben.
It ruined my whole Saturday night.
Oh.
It was just
Was it going to make page 6, huh?
No,
Billy Max asleep with his face in the cheese.
Page 6, it wasn't going to make page 128. Those stupid little stories they put on, page 128.
Why would you go to that on a Saturday? It's funny, last week they're like, you going to Frenchie's party? I almost didn't allow the statement to register for an answer. I'm like,
won't allow it.
What? No. My hands won't allow it.
Well, we went, what was it, last year?
I didn't go. I was out of town, I think, last year.
But it was in a bar.
Yeah.
It was in a bar.
Down in the village last year.
Yeah, there was music playing. There were more people there. Frenchie's brother was, opening big bottles of champagne with swords. He's taking a sword and hitting the top of the champagne bottle and the little glass thing and the cork go flying. And, it was kind of showy.
Yeah, Frenchie's
And this year it's in his apartment.
His new apartment, too. This is a new place,
Shh, there's a baby.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's a baby.
And, wait a second, I forgot, too. So I brought a gift. I'd never met his new girlfriend. So I figured, this would be funny. Remember how I was talking about the porn that the cleaning lady found the other day?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I put that in a nice bag and brought it in, and she was just like the worst. These black chicks on the front, big black C, stuff like that. So
nice.
She's like, you're so nice, a gift. He's opening
thoughtful gift.
By the way, if you're ever at a party and you're afraid you're going to wake the baby, you know how you solve that? Just watch the last 5 minutes of Caligula. That's how you take care of that little pesky brat.
Oh,
Jesus.
You grab it by the feet.
Oh, it's the same guy that tells me, off air, I really would like a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. If she gets pregnant, we all know what's going to happen.
Oh.
Trips a daisy down the steps.
Trips a daisy.
Oh, right on my stomach.
Because that's the beauty of looking like me.
Oh, wow, I forgot I even do that bit.
Yeah, I know more of his bits than he does.
Yes.
Well, for me, it's just so organic, man.
Well, see, most guys, they get really paranoid when they get a chick pregnant because they think, the girl's going to have the kid or at least hold it against you. And Norton's like, but the beauty of looking like me is that they'll throw themselves down the stairs?
I don't know, but I can sense this bit's going to bomb, so I'm not actually going to help my own joke bomb.
I think I got there, though.
You were close.
I got there. Dave in Tennessee, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Dave.
Morning, Fluffernutter.
Hi, Angel Face.
I'm just picturing Howie sitting there right now with the 8mm playing, just saying, "Turn it off," like his daughter.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, he's in the Caribbean right now, sipping a sea breeze.
Turn it off.
And boy, Gary's on the phone telling him the bad news, and this is Howie.
Turn it off.
They're on your station, boss. Yeah. No, it's Opie and Anthony replaced you in Syracuse. Boss?
Turn it off.
You there, boss?
Punch it out. You guys rock.
Yeah, we just ruined someone's vacation today on the first day too.
Nice.
If we were nice guys, we would have waited till the third day.
Yeah, let him get a little sun and sand first.
All right.
No.
All tree godfathers.
Dan in Syracuse, what's up, Dan?
They keep playing music.
I think it's gonna be a lot of music and a lot of short bits today because, like I said, this went down so late Friday. I don't think they were able to get it together in time. That's okay though.
You guys are up.
Do you want to stay on hold or you have things to do?
I got to go deliver this load.
All right.
You got to deliver a load to who?
All right, we'll let
Walmart.
We'll let you go. If there's anyone else listening to XM Satellite Radio in the Syracuse area that could help us out.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Oh. Dan?
Yeah.
I think I heard.
They're playing Sophie and Anthony right now. Hang on.
Oh.
Spare me the poisonous barbs, Midwest. There's William. Young William. Oh, dear.
Dr. Smith from Demented World. All right,
that's some pretty recent
Dr.
stuff.
Smith on Demented World?
Yeah, Dan, that's some pretty recent stuff. All right, Dan, we get it, you ass. It's the start, though. All right, thanks, Dan. I guess what they're doing is they're playing a lot of music on 95X in Syracuse instead of Howard Stern, and they're running our liners that we cut yesterday.
What's next, an 18-bit?
I know, and then they're playing a lot of tracks from our Demented World CD.
But why not the stuff that you sent over the weekend?
Because they couldn't get it together in time.
I guess they couldn't, yeah.
I'm telling you, this all went down top secret last minute on Friday night.
It's happening. We'll work it out.
The key is it's happening. That's the best part about it.
Don't worry about day one.
All right, Anthony, sexual harassment audio.
Oh, I love this. Yeah.
And then when we get back from break, what we're going to do is it's kind of a new feature on the show. It's a very interactive radio show, and every day our listeners are sending in stuff for us to play, hoping it's going to be the next big hit, hoping it's the next get your cock out.
The next big thing that they can then talk about on the message boards.
Right.
Hey, did you hear my song? And they'll be the star. But a lot of rejects happen during this segment. A lot of people leave with broken hearts, Opie. Doesn't quite work out.
What's wrong with Steve? All right.
You just want to tell me those racist songs that were sent in on the 45. We've got them.
Oh, okay.
On 45.
All right, we'll talk to Steve about that next as well. But we have three things from the listeners to play today.
Three godfathers.
One. Should I even name the stuff? The one will give away the bit.
No, don't even name them.
Just play the one chilling one. That's really creepy.
All right,
there's one really creepy one.
Yeah, there's three things that we'll review next live on the show. But first, it's the where is that thing?
Can I say something? Some of our listeners are creeps.
Really frightening. Just awful people.
That's great.
They get inspired in the worst ways.
We're looking at a sign that says Lil Connor. Opie and Anthony, XM.
Yeah, thank you, whoever sent those signs in. I guess they're for the assault on the media.
That's great.
Want to do somebody can hold that sign up behind a reporter during one of their live shots, or maybe go down by the Today Show.
Yeah.
When they pan the crowd and hold up the Lil Connor, Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, just disrupt a live broadcast.
What do you have against him?
Nothing at all, actually.
He didn't cost you $50,000.
I don't know if it was 50. I don't want to lie and say 50.
Kane from South Carolina.
Hey, Dr. Phil says you should take something and replace it with something.
Yes.
You should take Howard Stern and replace it with Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, Jim, did your mom call? Did your mom broker this deal for us?
That made sense. Yeah.
I'm punching out, guys.
All right. Thank you. Well, we got audio. I mean, a lot of Christmas parties this time of year. Most Christmas parties are over now, I guess, but
people still have them.
I'm just trying to set up the bit.
Caroline's is tonight.
Caroline's. Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to go to that, but it's so late.
It's usually the best one for all the comedy clubs. Caroline's is the one.
Caroline's is like the top notch of comedy
They
clubs.
really take care of us. It's great.
And there may be comedians or whatever. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
No.
What's the matter? You
No,
have a
nothing.
gripe?
No, not at all.
Oh, I thought you had a gripe.
No, the comedians do with most of the clubs.
Oh, yeah.
So,
comics are a bunch of pansies.
No,
anyway.
for money. They're looking at, like, possibly striking. Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
A comic strike?
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Oh, I
but...
could just see the wacky signs now.
Oh, hell no, we won't joke. No, comics are pissed off in New York, man.
And then Scabs. You think Scabs will hit the
Scab
the
comics, the
club?
hacks?
It depends on if they do, but a lot of the clubs have been kind of.
How are they gonna? They want to strike?
I don't know. That's very preemptive. What I'm saying. I don't know if they're going to strike, but a lot of the comedians, and they're really organized this time, are fucking angry at the way the money situation is in New York.
Yeah.
And
well,
some
you
of
guys do get robbed.
Raped. And some of the clubs have been very cool about coming to the table and talking. And the comics are not asking for that much, but some of them won't even call the comedians back. And you guys that are not calling the comedians back, you are really going to be surprised when fucking good comics don't work your clubs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I mean...
You're really going to
They get
a rude
pretty
shock.
much free entertainment, and the only reason people are coming down are for the comics. And they pay them like crap, treat them like garbage, and then just shuffle them through.
I guess most people don't understand when like comics like Norton and everyone else you know and love aren't like traveling to your city to do, their big showcase for the weekend. They're working on their acts in their hometown, whether it's New York or L.A. or what have you. Philly, sure, why not? And so what they do, they spend Friday, Saturday nights just going from comedy club to comedy club, doing 15, 20 minutes of material to practice it and things like that. And the owners of these clubs, they don't give them much money to do that.
No, I'll tell you what we make. I'm not. For many years, it was 50 a set on the weekends, which is you can actually pay your rent if you do enough shows in New York. Going out to L.A., it's 15 a set on a weekend.
$15 a set.
Disgusting.
Like let's say Norton goes to L.A. and does. I'm just gonna say Comedy Store.
Laugh Factory, anything.
Whatever. Yeah, he'll do his 15, 20 minutes. It's a packed club, and he walks off stage, and they're giving him $15 in cash. Like, that was a good job.
What do you do?
So then he has to. Then someone like him, if it's L.A. especially, then you have to run around all night, try to do 10 or
You can't pay your rent in L.A. With doing comedy in clubs. In New York now, it's 60 a spot in most. Like Comedy Cellar 75. I think Gotham 75. Yeah, I mean they went up, and Comedy Cellar uses like 6 comedians. So I mean they have a decent payout. They're by far the best as far as that's concerned. So you can pay your rent. But the comedians, I think, just want to raise because they like the cost of living goes up and everything goes up, and you're not paying us anymore. And not asking for road money, just a little bit more here. And most of the clubs, again, Cellar, I think Gotham, and, probably Caroline's, they're all willing to talk about it. But a couple of these other clubs are going to be in for a rude fucking shock.
And you guys aren't really asking for a huge raise, just a little bump.
Not
a little bump would make a lot of people happy, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. No one's looking to rape the clubs. We want the clubs to exist. People want the clubs to be there. Nobody wants to run
Our
clubs.
Our pay is nothing to laugh at. I'm sure it'll say that. Some
yes.
dope will. It'll be on the news. Some dope with his dopey comedian sign.
Turn our frowns upside down.
But half you guys would turn into scabs because all you guys just think about yourselves.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Are very selfish.
I mean, when you
can't
strike,
see you
have
together.
to, you have to look at your fellow employee and go, "Are you in this? We're in this together, right?" But I know comics; it's all about them.
This is what we thought. Because I'm not giving up stage
they'll
time
strike
for
like 2 days and go, "You know what? What? No, fuck you. I could
get in there now.
I could get a better time slot. See you later, guys."
But if one club at a time is targeted, all the comedians can still work. But hey, just don't work this one. That could be a problem for the club. If one club at a time is targeted, it could be a major. I don't want to go on strike. I don't know what's going to happen.
United as a prison yard.
See, I don't know. I wonder if and I got to stay out of this one. We love both sides of that, man. What do we do? We love the club owners. We love the comedians.
You love the club owners you deal with. What club owners you dealt with? Caroline's, who's fantastic.
No, Caroline's. I can't imagine that they would be bad.
They're not scum. But Caroline's are great, man. They want to. Caroline's always does the right
love
thing.
The gang at the Cellar.
They're not even. We're not even talking about the Cellar. They're the best.
Okay. All right. Good.
No, of course not. You think I would ever fuck the Comedy Cellar? Never.
All right. So, back to the sexual harassment audio. I heard this on the replay over the weekend. Holy crap! When the one guy talks about his fat blah blah, the other guy, I was spitting up coffee.
Very funny.
We don't have to. We could just let this roll, right?
Yeah.
'Cause it's self-explanatory, but basically it's audio from a sexual harassment video, Anthony. I think most of it's real, right?
I can't even tell what's real or what's not anymore.
That's the funny part about it, because we've sat through those stupid sexual harassment videos, and you're right. I don't know which is fake and which is real.
I know, it sounds like it.
A lot of the scenarios that we saw in past tapes were so ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And can I say the clip of me that they use in there was taken out of context? The gentleman and I were just talking, and it was recorded and twisted, and I
And it
didn't like
shouldn't
it.
have been even brought up in a
It
sexual
should-
harassment tape.
Absolutely not.
And we still have lots of show to do. We have to talk about Michael Jackson, the Star Jones thing.
How about the retard dolls? I'd love to get to that.
Retard dolls. Okay, sure. So first, though, here's the sexual harassment video, or the audio from the video.
You hear about sexual harassment on TV, and it makes the headlines in newspapers. As an employee, what do you need to know about it? First, sexual harassment is against the law, and it's against your company's policy. So what is sexual harassment?
Linda, you are doing a fine job here.
Oh, well, thank you, Steve.
But you know, you might try dressing a little sexier at work.
I'm sorry?
I mean, we're talking about your job here.
There may be physical harassment.
Wow. You're really tense today, Nancy.
Ow, Bill.
Sorry. You looked really tense.
No, I really don't like it when you do that. Can you please stop?
I'll never stop, Nancy. Never.
In some instances, the harassment may be verbal.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
Yes, I do.
I've got a fat cock, too. Maybe we should rub our fat cocks together sometime. Maybe a little oil. 2 fat cocks. Together. Oil.
It might be visual harassment, such as derogatory posters, cartoons, or drawings.
Sexual harassment is not always about sex. It may be the result of a power struggle between a manager and a subordinate.
Man, I could go for a power fuck right now.
Change is slow, and what was acceptable in common behavior years ago can now be sexual harassment.
Smells like vagina in here. Excuse me? Smells like fresh vagina in here. Are you talking about my vagina? Maybe.
Everyone wants to be treated fairly and with respect. Treat your coworkers with the courtesy and respect that you want for yourself. It's your company's policy, and it's the law.
Hey, man, did you hear that? Hey, everybody, Santa's here! Aw, there ain't no Santa Claus. Yes, there is. Too, man. He's here!
Merry Christmas, boys!
Red Peter.
Come on, you swinging hamsters, get over here. We're gonna sing us a happy Christmas song.
Oh, no, not another corny, stupid song. Yeah, no way, you dare. You tell him, Ronald. Yeah, no way. No
Get
way.
over here and sing or I'll wring your little neck.
Hey.
So wrap your nuts, hamsters, gather round with me. Forget about all that teasing. We're breaking out the holly and aluminum tree, 'cause it's that jolly season. I know you've been naughty, but have you been nice? That's only Santa's business.
That's right, Red.
He's making his list and he's checking it twice. Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Santa comes just once a year.
Tell him, hamster.
Just like you, Red. That's what we hear.
Hey, wait a
He got a
minute.
soft spot for reindeer.
Oh, that's nice.
Especially Rudolph's derriere.
Hey, knock it off, fellas, it's a holiday. Go on and give Santa a big kiss.
No way.
You can play hide the hamster on a one-horse sleigh.
Hey, wait a minute.
Holy shit, it's Christmas. See my lyrics?
Heck, we don't need no lyric sheet, Fred. We know our parts by heart. Right, Billy? Yeah, sure. I know my parts, Audrey. Yeah, me too.
Well, that's great, guys. I love Christmas songs.
Santa tried reaching up the neighbor's blouse after drinking all the eggnog.
Is that necessary?
Camped out in the bathroom for an hour or two, squashing off a Yule log.
Godfrey!
We wandered in his undies all over the house, but we minded our own business. Till we got something emptied up a gift wrap too. Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Santa comes just once a year. Up the chimney, he'll disappear.
Keep on the lookout for Mr. Gear. Hamster delivery in the rear.
Roast nuts chesting on an open fire. Santa's tongue stuck to the doorknob. What? His balls got funneled by a caroling choir while the parson gave him a hand. What? The sleigh came down and took him away. The whole damn crowd was dismissed. 'Cause it's time to be jolly and it's time to be gay. Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Holy shit, it's Christmas.
Holy shit.
It's Christmas.
Well, you know, I've heard a lot of radio over the years. This is probably the worst. Way back in the middle 60s, there was a small station outside of Moline, Illinois. I believe it was WRCW, not sure the call letters, 1590 daytimer, signed off at sunset rather. They were pretty bad. They were pretty darn bad. But this is probably worse.
Oh! Agapame to Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony show.
Opie and Anthony show. XM 202.
Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays.
To you and yours.
It's the One virus spreading across America.
Not in the Christmas spirit?
Slowly but surely. Not this year. Not this year.
No.
I just want this year to end.
Yeah.
How are you, Anthony?
We'll be in Vegas right after the New Year.
If the bus gets here.
Yeah. The bus over the icy roads.
Maybe they could pull you on a sled with XM written on the back.
Oh, we could broadcast.
I was kind of pushing for the tour bus idea to Vegas. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I was listening to the replay and I'm like, wow, Opie's really into this.
I thought it would be kind of fun, and I think we'd get some good radio out of us being miserable on the road for 3 or 4 days, and so I was definitely pro tour bus to Vegas.
Yeah.
Until I heard about the 80-car pileup on Route 80 over the weekend.
That's what happened.
And then I was reminded that, yes, Anthony, you're right. You mentioned this on the air. It is indeed winter.
Winter is here.
Winter is not a good time to take road trips.
No, not at all.
So now I am completely against the tour bus to Vegas idea. Over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over again.
How big was the pilot?
80 cars.
Are you not exaggerating?
80 cars. The highway was closed for 8 hours.
How many people killed?
None, right?
No. Miraculously.
Just a bunch of little...
Yeah, they just kept slamming into each other.
Slamming into the back of the pile. Just like we
joke about here on the program.
When people are bombing.
And there it is on the news.
Look at that.
Right on the TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it actually like a bad accident, or did it all start when this guy Pat was in the shoulder just telling jokes? Well, I finally got that one out after 3 minutes of stammering, talentless idiot.
Tell us that again, Tuma.
Yeah. Why don't you just drop a jar of honey on my foot? Hey, sports fans. I should be shot down while trying to take a bum plane away from the city.
So
You gonna cry? Basketball off the head.
Come on, squirt.
That is one of the greatest scenes in movie history.
That's fantastic.
Great Santini, yeah.
What a prick.
Bull Meacham.
I love him.
Hey,
the head in the toilet.
This is interesting. CJ from Harrisburg, PA, Anthony.
Yes.
Just want to let you guys know that the Citadel station here in Harrisburg, PA, that usually runs Howard in the morning, is just playing music today. Hopefully the virus is spreading here as well.
Oh.
Well, you never know. You never know, CJ. You never know. You never know.
Fire.
We are being heard in Syracuse today, though, on 95X in place of Howard. Huge news in the radio community. All right, so...
we're not doing the bus.
No, we're not doing the bus to Vegas.
Apparently not playing either, because I haven't gotten any tickets.
I haven't either. I heard that we were supposed to have been gotten in touch with by somebody who was...
The flight should be all done by today.
Oh, really?
All set. Get you in first class. You pain in the ass, Jim.
I didn't ask for first class.
Yes, you did.
I demanded it.
Yeah.
First class, please.
I'd like an aisle seat, too. Who am I going to talk to about that?
You didn't get Kenny's 12 emails over the weekend about this?
You don't like window seats, Jim?
You know what it is? If I'm with a friend, yes.
Yeah.
But if I'm not with a friend, no, because I pee so much.
Oh, you're the pain in the ass get-up guy.
Oh, dude, I am awful.
I thought I peed a lot until I started hanging out with him.
You know how awful I was?
You're
Me and
ridiculous.
Patrice O'Neill were flying back from L.A. years ago. Patrice is diabetic. And I'm in a window seat next to him on a TWA flight, and which is very comfortable to be cross-country next to Patrice O'Neill on a window seat.
He probably has to be in the aisle just to even out the weight of the plane on either side. You don't want him sitting too close to the edge. Oh.
And he's like, man, you should be checked for diabetes. I'm like, why? He's like, because you pee more than most people. And it really freaked me out. I didn't say the story had a fascinating ending. No, I'm just...
Did you at least get checked?
I wasn't... Yeah, you're right. That story stunk on every level.
Diagnosis at 30,000 feet.
I'm curious if you
Starring
got checked.
Jim Norton. Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, wow.
A Quinn Martin production.
Dial D for diabetes, and then dial B for boring story, stupid. Why would I tell that?
Piss in the Sky. Starring Jim Norton.
Did you get checked, though?
Oh, yeah, I've been told no, but you never know.
You never know.
Thanks. That's my medical words of wisdom.
You never know?
You never know.
You know what I am? I'm a fat-titted dullard. God almighty, do I stop this radio show?
You never know.
Well, you never know, sure.
No, you never know.
All right, so you want to play the things that came in over the weekend from the fine listeners that we have?
Certainly.
Some of these become hits, but most get thrown in the garbage, right? But they're trying. It's a very interactive show.
Well, anything we talk about seems to fire up the people's creativity.
Yeah.
And they send in songs based on what we babble about here on the show. Some of them good, very entertaining. Some of them bad. Some of them bad and very entertaining for some reason. And some of them just plain creepy.
Yeah, we got a creepy one in today. But first, Adrian from Indiana. Go ahead, Adrian, real fast.
Hey, I was just curious if Jimmy ever got his paycheck and ever got his fag robe or wizard robe.
Jimmy?
Well, it looks like they did call, Kevin Straley called or emailed, so they were going to send it out, overnight it, because they owed me for 2 months. But again, I don't trash check them, because my contract took a little longer for other reasons, so I think I did come. Bob Eatman will hopefully let me know.
Super Agent Bob Eatman.
Yes.
You are now using our super agent?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Thanks to you guys.
Uber Agent Bob Eatman.
And you, Ant?
Well, the EverQuest 2 servers seem to have crashed over the weekend, causing an uproar in the geek community, Opie, like I had never seen before. The message boards were just rocking with angry geeks that were angry at Sony, who puts the game out. You couldn't log on to the game. And then came real horrific news that there was going to be a rollback. What they do is they roll you back to a previous date. So any experience you had made, say over the weekend, before the server crashed, will be wiped out, and you will go back to wherever you were. You'll lose materials that you have harvested, money you had made, levels you had gained, and be wiped out. I hadn't played, so I was lucky. And as a consolation, they took some of your experience debt away, which you gained for getting killed in the game. I got a good group. Fan from the show came up to me, a young sorcerer who was a level 16, I believe, came up and saluted me. And said,
really?
Big fan of the show.
How do they salute you? A cyber salute, was it?
No, it's all animated, so you have these emotes, they call them, that you can do.
emotions.
Yes, exactly, that you can do in the game. So somebody you can walk up,
emotes,
and you see their character salute or bow or laugh.
Look at my emote.
That's ugh. I think your emote is ugh.
Oh, I know what the salute is. It sounds like this.
That is an emote labeled blow. Yes.
Wait, I think I got an emote too.
Do you have an emote?
Well, continue, Anthony.
It's an emote. They're expressions that you can put on your character's face, or things that they do with their body, like wave. If you're leaving a group, you wave goodbye, and your character waves at everybody.
And they all wave back?
Yeah. Or if you want to point at something, you use an emote to point.
Here's my emote.
Yes?
Only the best for our listeners. That's audio from Friday's show.
That's a great emote.
Thank you.
That was Pat, spelled P-H-A-T.
Yes, he was.
So what happened?
Well, I finally did get online and hooked up with a very good group of these little rat people, and they got me through a part of the quest. I am now halfway through the 5th part of my quest, and then there's a 6th part afterwards, Opie. So within the next, I guess, week, I will have my wizard robe. Yes, so I don't have it yet.
All right.
Very excited.
We got to go to Maggie in Syracuse.
Jax,
Yeah.
J-H-A-X. I'm on the Luckin Delir site server. Thank you.
Whatever.
Maggie, you don't like my name?
What's your name on it?
J-H-A-X.
J-H?
Yeah. I guess it's just one of those random names that were kind of
awful. Was C-H-O-C-K-S-H-U-C-K-E-R taken? Shucker.
Maggie, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to let you know that on 95 in Syracuse, they just played From the Demented World when you called the tobacco company.
Wow, another bit. They're playing all the tracks we don't play.
We
from
don't
Demented
play.
World. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's a reason we don't play those tracks. All right, thanks for the update.
I know.
We got our spies in Syracuse. We're being heard on 95X.
Yes.
Our material is anyway today.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
And that's in place of Howard, which has just got to drive him absolutely batty today.
Oh, piss him off.
All right, so
good.
So that was it for your update, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
okay.
Updated now.
So now we got the 3 things that came in. Oh, what is that?
What do you got? Splooge on the board?
God, give me a freaking...
What is that?
I don't know if it's spit.
Oh,
snot.
Oh God, damn it!
Is that a piece of what Pat?
I don't know what the hell it is. All right.
Projectile Pat.
So we got 3 things that came in over the weekend for the radio show from our fine listeners.
Is that the same bowl of cereal?
No, this is a new one. I went to the granola.
You have 2 different types of cereals here?
Yeah. I got to eat all morning.
You're a grazer.
I'm a grazer, yes. All right. So the first song is by DJ New Style, Anthony. It's a
DJ New Style.
Unfortunately for me, but it's great for you guys. It's another Lil Connor Peterson song.
Aww. And it's full of
But even you guys
sunshine and
admitted before the
butterflies.
show that this one is a bit creepy.
I think. It's like a tribute, right?
Yeah, it's a bit creepy though.
This is really creepy. This guy's awful. His voice is creepy.
Yeah.
The song is creepy and devoid of any humor.
You can tell as he's playing it, he's probably staring straight ahead, strumming a guitar with a powerful erection.
Oh.
So here it is from DJ New Style. It's called Oh Connor.
Oh Connor, oh Connor, oh Connor.
I didn't know Leonard Cohen listened to the show.
I had a rowboat and a wife I've grown to hate. And then she got pregnant, what a terrible fate. I don't want my son, so I dumped him and his mom in the sea. Fishing on Christmas Eve. 32 weeks old, he's going on 33. I'd say he had laces, as if we knew where they might be. Oh, they found my son
little puddle of shattered hopes, broken dreams, fed every fish in the sea. Oh, Connor, oh, Connor, oh, Connor, oh, Connor.
What is your problem, you insensitive asshole?
Wow. The creepiest part of that song, besides his voice and 1,000-yard Marine stare, is the fact that he says 32 weeks. That just makes it so much of a baby's age.
Yeah.
32 weeks. I love it.
Oh,
You like it?
Love it.
Connor. Oh.
It's a little creepy.
On Sandra Day. Oh. It was very creepy.
Very creepy.
So we got that in over the weekend, and this next piece of music.
I don't think you'll be hearing that one anymore.
No?
No,
That was pretty bad.
Won't hear that one anymore.
Yeah.
So that didn't make the
Won't
cut,
hear
right?
from him no more.
I like that one. I got to disagree.
Well,
Respectfully.
we'll see what the listeners say, too. They got a piece of this.
we at least keep the chorus where he's just going, oh,
Connor.
Frankie Blue, baby. This is O'Connor.
Yeah.
This is by author unknown, Anthony. Doesn't want to take credit for his work. Let's take a listen to this. Came in over the weekend.
She said she loved me, and that she let me in her pants. I had a healthy boner, now I had my chance. She held a secret, though she denies it to this day. I got my first taste of love in such a bitter way. She had a period. She had a period.
I didn't know where it was going.
Both of us were screaming down my face. Her blood was streaming and it glistened in the dashboard light. She had a period. I was an idiot. Low, I should have just plunged my appendage way down deep into her hemorrhage that night.
Want to hear more?
Went to a drive-in movie.
Don't have
Love
to.
in the backseat of my car.
I got to hear the chorus again.
I was a cunning linguist. Did I go too far? Such menstruation should be plugged up before it drains. Did she go without a tampon due to lack of brains? She had a period.
Everybody.
Just like rain down my face, baby. Both of us were screaming down my face. The blood was streaming and it glistened in the dashboard light. She had a period.
It's growing on me.
I was an idiot. Low, I should have just punched my appendage way down deep into her hemorrhage that night. She had a period. Period. How could this happen to me? Both of us were screaming down my face. Her blood was streaming and it glistened in the dashboard light. She had a period. I was an idiot. Low, I should have just plunged my appendage way down deep into her hemorrhage that night. She had a period. She had a period. I was an idiot.
Damn thing grew on me. I got to tell you.
Good production value.
I didn't like it at first, but it grows on you.
The chorus I liked.
It's very catchy.
You'll be singing that chorus, I guess.
Yeah, JP the Trucker, what's up?
Hey, the jerk-off, whoever sent that in,
Yeah.
did not write that. That's off of an album called Pig Vomit, and there's so much better songs than that crappy-ass one on that album.
Well, is that a Pig Vomit song?
Well, maybe he didn't send it in as himself, though. He sent it in as author unknown or
Yeah,
author...
maybe he just found it and thought it was funny and decided to send it to us. Well, I want to hear what else this guy does then. Thank you, JP.
All right. Thank you. I'm punching out.
All right.
Thank you.
Right?
Sure.
And then the third thing that came in over the weekend, we like to try this stuff out for everybody, is, it's a Christmas song.
A Christmas song?
Yeah.
All right.
You sure this isn't one of your brother's Christmas songs?
Why, is it a big, long dick joke?
Well...
My brother loves putting the dick jokes in the Christmas songs.
He sure does. Listen to this.
Stroke-a-my, lick-a-my, suck-a-my cock. It's the first time for you, so here's what you do. Unzip me and strip me and show me you care. Don't go ripping out my pubic hair. Reach for my, grab for my, pull at my cock. You can do it with ease. Just get on your knees. Start licking and slurping. My dick will get firm. Soon you'll be tasting sperm. Do it right now and don't bite now. Drag your tongue across my meat. If you give me head, there's no need to spread. By now you should know a blowjob can't be beat. Faster now, deeper now, into your throat. The secret is not to choke. Take my shaft by its base, stuff the whole thing in your face. That's how you suck on my cock.
Oh, man. Hey, I hope Syracuse will enjoy this one.
Trying to figure out how to get this on commercial radio. Good luck to you. Good luck. 95X, turn it up.
You make my dick swell as I moan and yell. Heed the warning when I scream. Although your throat is sore, you'll have to open more to gasp your last breath before I shoot my cream. Slurp it up, lick it up, don't ever stop. Swallow every last drop. Now that you eat my meat, I'll never have to beat my meat. Thanks for stroking mine, thanks for licking mine, thanks for sucking my cock.
Now there's a talent. I like that one.
And it's not your brother, right?
No.
No. That
Surprise.
That didn't sound like Brother Joe.
I like how he put the gusto in that word. Suck a my cock.
Audio from Slap Happy.
All right. Fire hose vomiting.
That was good, right?
Of Pat. Wonder how Pat felt the next day. Anybody get an email from him or anything?
70 shots of, 70 double shots of
double
eggnog.
shots, yeah. 140 ounces of eggnog.
Eric from Colorado. What's up, Eric?
Hey, guys. Man, that Period song,
Yeah.
I lost my appetite for the week.
Oh, you lost your appetite?
I have lost my appetite.
Hey, is this Eric Harris from Colorado?
No, I don't think so.
That old gag. Buster from Jersey. What's up, Buster?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Listen, what's the deal? I'd rather be stuck in a rain downpour than listen to this crap. Now, Syracuse is getting new bits that we ever heard on satellite, but we got to listen to these songs. Is that what's going on?
You didn't like that one?
I like the last one's okay, but the first two, I mean, I got the internet is for porn and that Period song in my head.
The internet's for porn. I don't. What is that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
The
You
internet-
didn't like the O'Connor song?
No.
I hated that one.
I liked it.
Internet is for porn.
Yeah, that's the one.
Internet is for porn. Me up all night hugging me, porn to porn, porn, porn.
What? That one?
Yeah, that one. All right. You didn't like it.
Well, we're not playing them like, hey, these are great songs. It's what comes in. We like to share with the audience and go through them, just like you're part of the team, people.
That's right. If
we take the bad with the good.
If we have to sit through this crap at 5 in the morning trying to figure out what works for radio, we might as well do it for everybody.
Yeah, what do you think? We're going to sit here and listen to it before we do the show? Right. Better things to do.
We sure do.
We got JFK to shoot and poker to play.
Less work for us if we just do it on the show.
Do it during the show. We're trying to figure out a way to get those goddamn boring-ass XM meetings on the show.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it on the air than back in the office after the show. We got one today, don't we?
Yeah, we have to discuss the whole Syracuse situation.
Today might be a good one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have to work out the bugs as far as the Syracuse thing goes. Dave, what's
we
up?
did those on Tuesday.
I want to ask nothing but an important
Hi,
question.
Mom and porno.
Oh.
Sorry, I went to this and then you start. You're not. Sometimes it's that you're not listening.
No, I'm listening. What, Opie?
Go ahead, Dave in Syracuse. What's up?
Yeah, they're playing Hi, Mom, I'm in porno.
They're just playing all tracks from Demented World today in Syracuse.
Good.
Instead of Howard Stern. What?
I just barreled up here from Binghamton just to hear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because it's big news in the radio community.
Around here, I'm sure people are so into Howard Stern that it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's gonna piss off a lot of people today.
Yeah,
a lot of people. All right, thank you, Dave.
All right, later.
Bye,
Dave.
Okay. What? What are you doing?
Itching my leg. I have an itch.
That was an itch. You were scratching something?
That was.
Jesus.
Cut your nails.
They're not that sharp. Look at them. They're just good enough where if I got like a booger lodged in the top of my nose, I can scrape it against the back wall. Like a bloody cornflake.
Stop. Where's your burglar mask?
All right.
What's that?
Your mask that you wore today.
What's wrong with wearing a mask? It's 5
Cold
below
out.
zero.
It's like what?
I know,
12
but
degrees. It's like 15 degrees
on the
in New
prep
York City.
sheet. On the prep sheet, Ben writes, "Norton the bank robber," because I walked in with a mask. It looks like one of those things that Al Zarqawi wears with just the eyes showing, but it's like, dude, it's minus 10.
Right.
If I walk in August with something like that, we'll talk about it, but it's just,
all right.
It's cold.
Quick break, and we'll get to Star Jones and Wacko Jacko and other things, all right?
And Downey Creations.
Yeah.
Downey Creations.
I got to take a leak. Hit the spot.
I've been gangbanging, killing, stealing, robbing motherfuckers, selling crack, got my holes in the back. I don't give a fuck about nobody in this motherfucker. Let me show your ass something.
Radio for the angry golfer. The Opie and Anthony Show. Ian Anthony, XM 202.
The Hulk with boughs of holly, 3 godfathers.
Anthony, a lot of confusion on the phones here.
A lot of confusion in the studio.
We're running,
on a
taking
daily
leaks.
basis.
True. That's what makes this show so good. It's a cluster F.
There you go.
Ira from Long Island. What's up, Ira? Ira.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. What's going on, Ira?
I don't know, man. I'm a little upset, but I'm not at you guys. I just want to understand this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Long time O&A guys. I used to have a place out here. I know you guys. I'm the same accountant, Ben, we used to use. Question is.
Good old Ben. Love Ben.
On the back of the topless place?
Yeah. Our old accountant used to do business from the back of a strip club.
Yeah. By the way, the strip club that I got married in, Opie. That was the same strip club before it was a strip club.
Wait,
anyway.
you got married in a place that became a strip club?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Inn over there in
and then our accountant was still, like, I guess they still rented space.
Well, your mom worked there for a
in
while,
the strip
didn't she?
club.
Yeah.
Not the strip club.
Not in the strip club, when it was called the Inn at the Crossroads.
The Inn at the
All
Crossroads.
right, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's up, Ira?
This commercial thing, I just went on finally got XM, wanted to hear you guys, really missed you.
Yeah.
And now I'm hearing you all about this commercial stuff, going on commercial radio.
No, we're not. It's...
But that's the way you guys are making it seem.
Slow down. We're still going to be able to say fuck. No, Anthony, you want to explain what's going on?
I have no idea what's going on, Opie.
Basically, Fareed decided to take a chance with us, our old boss. He runs Citadel Broadcasting, and he decided to throw us on in Howard's Place in Syracuse on a station called 95X. And we're being heard instead of Howard today in Syracuse. They're playing like old bits and stuff, okay?
But I mean, is the intention, to do the whole show and just start beeping like they used to?
Well, we said earlier, what they want to do with this program that would be great. But we're not compromising our satellite radio show. We can't.
Right.
We won't have to.
Right.
No, we won't.
You put a guy on the dump button who can take care of anything that we can't say here. We'll say whatever you want on satellite, and then if it can't go through on commercial, somebody will dump out of it.
Yeah, that's their responsibility. We're still going to do the show.
But basically what you're saying is going to be the same thing.
No, it can't. No, it can't be because of the FCC and all that.
But the FCC, the same thing with Stern. Someone's on the dump button.
No. Look. You got XM satellite radio. It's not going to affect you.
No, I understand that.
Right.
I won't be affected by the...
Right after your call, we're going to Christine on Long Island to play a little game called Guess What's in My Pants.
Oh,
a game that we can't play on commercial radio.
An old favorite.
Yeah, so we're not going to pay attention to what we can and can't do. We're just going to do the show, and then if they could take this mess and make it make sense on commercial radio, so be it.
You ever see Sex and the City on HBO?
Of course.
Have you watched it on TBS?
Yes, I have.
Aha.
Different show.
There you go. Show. There you go.
All right, guys. Lots of luck. I wish you well, man.
All right. No, because I was saying, what's the point of paying for XM now? No, if you got XM satellite radio to listen to Opie and Anthony, nothing changes for you. Nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
Get that same quality programming
right.
You've grown to love over the past, oh, my God, what's it been?
Right.
2 months?
This is a huge experiment. It's going to get our names in the press. It's going to get a lot of people talking. In the end, I think it's going to get more people to subscribe to our show on XM Satellite Radio, so don't you worry.
Yes. We can conquer anything. Just hold on. Don't worry. We'll make this work out. We'll make it make sense.
That was the first bit of XM jealousy you talked about.
It was right there. It was that guy.
There you go.
Hey, I subscribe, and I don't worry.
I don't like...
We won't do it if it doesn't make sense.
I don't like them getting it for free if I'm paying for it.
Don't worry.
It's going to be two different shows is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Maybe we just start giving best of shows to commercial stations.
Right.
And then, there's a lot of material that we would never be able to give to commercial stations, and that's what you get to enjoy here on XM Satellite Radio.
Exactly.
And you don't have to hear all the commercials.
See,
like right now in Syracuse, they're playing about 20 minutes of commercials.
Mm-hmm. And what would we be doing during that time?
Still talking.
Talking and going to Christine on Long Island and play Guess What's in My Pants.
And joking.
Joking, having a few laughs.
And cursing. Christine, what's up?
Hi, what's up?
Cursing. We love cursing.
Hello.
That's what it's all about, to be able to curse.
Hello.
Hey, Christine. Hi. So you want to play Guess What's in My Pants?
Yes, I do.
Where are you out there on beautiful Long Island?
Sunreach.
A little snowy out there this morning, eh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to describe yourself a little bit.
5'5", about 130, 34 Bs.
Nice.
What's wrong with the 34 Bs?
Nothing at all. 5'5", 130 is nice.
What happened? Why you went,
Nothing at all. It's fine.
Jimmy really doesn't...
That's not true. That sounds fantastic. When you're 5'5", 130 with little Bs, it's nice.
What is wrong with the little Bs?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. You're the one saying there's something wrong with the little Bs.
No. Everyone know I'm not the...
Dude, I'm not a big B. I don't mind. Bs are nice, man. 5'5", 130, little B cups. Ugh, that's fantastic.
Christine, I like the small boobs.
I absolutely do,
you.
too. Especially on that frame. That's fantastic.
Are they shapely?
Yes.
See, I think it's more about the shape than the bigness.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir.
All right.
I like it.
You really like it?
Absolutely. 5'5", 130, and B cups, man, that is fantastic.
And we wonder why girls don't call in to play our
I know.
Our
I think she's
silly
terrific.
games.
I'm not knocking her. Her boyfriend should hang himself as a lucky dude, man. I don't see what the problem is. Nothing is wrong.
You need big boobs on your girls?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Not the age I get them.
Christine?
Yes.
Hi. How old a gal are you?
28.
She's 28.
Okay. Are you working today? Are you taking...
Most of the week.
Yeah, everyone's off. Why are we working?
Everyone else is off.
Why are we stupid enough to be working?
I don't know. We are stupid.
And there's a lot of drivel, too. We could be giving them really good best of stuff where we
kick butt.
And where we cared.
Oh, easy.
All right.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Good.
Kids? No.
Good.
Oh, that's a
No.
plus when we're playing Guess What's in My Pants.
Are you completely nude?
Yes.
Oh, where are you?
In my bedroom.
The
In your
kingdom of
bedroom?
nakedness. Nude.
You live alone?
No, I'm married.
Oh, you're a married girl.
Yeah.
Does he take care of you?
Yes.
Cool. All right. All right, so you're very naked in your bedroom right now?
Yes.
That's really nice.
5'7", right?
5'5".
Okay.
If you want, I could become 5'7".
No, that's fine.
Well, here's the problem with the show. If you said you're 130, all girls lie about their weight. We're thinking you might be about 140.
No, I'm 130.
What size trousers?
Excuse me?
Dude, could you try to make it sound hot and sexy?
That is sexy.
Girls don't wear trousers. They
All right,
wear they wear little G-strings.
What size pantsuit do you wear?
And T-backs.
Handsome pantsuit.
I wear an 8.
That's nice.
All right.
An 8.
Yeah, that's good size slacks.
Slacks.
Size 8 with B cups. Cool. Are you gonna do the?
All right, we get it.
Do you wear culottes?
I think they went out back in 1980.
Are there pleats in the front of your jeans?
No.
Okay, good.
Mom jeans?
Mom jeans. That's still one of my favorite parodies that SNL ever did. Okay, I guess we're ready to play Guess What's in My Pants, no, Ant?
Yes, we are.
You want to tell her the rules?
Oh, of course. Christine, the rules?
This is a great betting game for people out there in Radioland, by the way.
You will take your telephone and you will rub it on your womanly area. As instructed, we will ask you to rub it up and down, side to side, and then the all-telling circular motion. After that, we will confer with each other and try to come up with what you have down there as far as the hairstyle goes. Now, don't tell us, don't even hint, when we guess, don't go, or nothing like that, until we ask you what is in your pants.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Very, very good. The hairstyles to choose from, Opie? The triangle, which is your basic standard issue for a woman, triangular hair pattern. Then there is the mohawk, which is a strip of hair like the Mohawk Indians would wear on their head, only on the girl's vagina. And then there's the Hitler mustache, which is like a mohawk, only shorter up and down. So it's a little Hitler mustache right over her area. And then, also popular and all the rage these days, the clean-shaven wood floor, which we have called in the past the Jean-Benet Ramsey, or as Norton likes to call it,
the Connor Peterson armpit.
Jesus. Are we ready for the theme song?
Play this song.
It's time to play. It's time to play. It's time to play. Hey, guess what's in my pants? What? Place the receiver. Come upon your beaver. It's time to play. Hey, guess what's in my pants? It's time to guess what's in my pants. My pants.
Christine?
Yes?
If you would start the festivities by rubbing the phone in an up and down fashion, we will all listen and try to see what she's got down there.
Okay, hold on. How was that?
Wow, do you have piercings down there?
No, I don't.
Wow, that did sound like it was rubbing on like a
speed bumps
a
or
deck.
something.
Try it again, up and down.
Okay.
You have warts?
I was going to say, damn, you beat me to it. Scab said you haven't picked yet.
All right.
All right.
Well, we need now side to side.
Okay, hold on.
God, you might want to lube up the phone a little bit. It's like those rubber gym floors. You try to slide across. It's like...
Now circular.
Okay. Okay.
Can you do up and down one more time,
yeah,
ma'am?
Up and down. A little longer than you've been doing it up and down.
Okay. Better?
Yeah, could you take two fingers and
Make the oibity, oibity, oibity noise.
Well, I have my guess.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
All right,
I think I know. I'm going to say the wood floor. Lil Jean Bonnet.
I got a request. One more side-to-side, please.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Very telling.
Wow.
Yeah, my initial guess was going to be a mohawk, but I'm going to have to go wood floor after hearing that.
Yeah.
Really? I think she went old school on us.
Old school?
Yeah.
Is that the big 70s Earth Mama muff?
Well, there's, I think it's mostly there.
You think the basic triangle?
Yeah, let's go with
standard issue.
Let's go with the basic triangle.
Why is Kev shaking his head?
Mohawk.
That's what my first thought was, but then side-to-side turned me off to mohawk.
All right. Christine, I guess we're ready. What
floor
is in your pants?
Wood floor. Wood floor.
No, man. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Protest.
Wood floor.
Protest.
You can tell by how quickly she did it side to side.
Protest.
Do the side to side again. Listen to this.
It's a 5 o'clock shadow, though.
This is a
Which messes up the whole game.
Textbook wood floor, side to side.
Yep.
Let's hear the side to side. Textbook wood floor.
That's absolutely what convinced me it was wood
That
floor.
is skin on receiver,
Christine,
sounding like hair.
When was the last time you shaved?
this morning.
That is
theory.
skin on receiver.
I wasn't sure. I told you I thought mohawk until she did side-to-side, and then immediately, it's a wood floor.
Yeah.
That's why I asked for that, Hope.
All right.
I'm on fire. You can't disagree with me on these.
Very good.
Christine, thanks for playing. Guess what's in my pants?
Okay, thanks.
Oh. And there she goes.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's time to play. It's time to play.
Yeah.
It's time
To play, hey, guess what's under my bunt?
Yeah. Place the receiver. Come on your beaver. It's time to play. Hey, guess what's in my pants? It's time to guess what's in my pants. My
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Motorboat.
By the way, the video on the and still pictures of our eggnog drinking contest are up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com.
Like a bilge. Ugh.
Yeah, I thought William Shatner was calling today.
Hey, what time?
Between 9:15 and 9:30.
Really?
Do you have a CD out or something?
Yeah, he does.
Do we have any songs from it?
Yeah, we have. Actually, it's a pretty good song.
He's got
Let me go get it.
William Shatner Has Been.
Give me that back.
Produced and arranged by Ben Folds. How about that?
Actually, the song is pretty good. Rock Radio is playing it.
Has been?
Mm-hmm. That's the album.
It's about him, or is it like a sarcastic statement about his... I wouldn't call him a has-been. He's still a very, very famous guy.
He's all over. Every time you see him.
Boston Legal is incredibly funny.
Just saw him on VH1 did a whole 2004 thing, or was it Comedy Central? Can never tell.
Yeah, he's not. You can't call someone like that a has-been. The guy is like Americana as far
Yeah.
as who he is. You can't be a has-been.
Well, usually he does like the Goop songs, Anthony. You know,
Yeah.
like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Do we have any of that stuff?
That was years and years and years ago. He did that like spoken word stuff, and he was serious when he did it. Like now, it's pretty.
Now he makes
funny.
believe he wasn't serious.
Yeah, it's funny to have William Shatner talk on these songs, but back then, that was all him. Like really thinking this spoken word thing was going to be huge.
What's this called?
Which one is this?
Lucy in the Sky.
Oh, yeah. Going to a studio and have the singers do all this, and then Shatner.
So he didn't do
over.
this as a goof originally? I thought he did.
No, he was dead serious.
Oh, because now he plays it off like it was a goof the
Yeah.
whole time.
No, this was all serious.
All right, listen to William
Very
Shatner
good.
sing.
Very dramatic.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you. You answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes.
From Rigel 7.
Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head.
Like the gamesters of
A
Triskelion.
girl with a sun in her eyes. And she's gone.
Oh, bad echo.
All right, so that's a sample of that song.
Yeah.
No, we got to play Mr. Tambourine Man. That's the one where he's really going up.
Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man.
More of William Shatner singing.
Yeah. Bill Shatner, as his friends call him. I call him Bill Shatner. If he calls in, I'm going to call him Bill Shatner like I'm his pal.
He ain't calling it.
Chuck Heston calling in, too? Chuck Heston? Bobby De Niro, Jimmy?
We'll add him to the list of people that didn't call in.
Didn't call in?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob De Niro did SNL this week.
Yeah?
My friend got a picture with him.
Oh.
Dean.
Here he goes.
Tambourine Man.
Oh, Tambourine Man?
Listen.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. Just want to smoke pot when you hear this and take LSD. Go to the village.
Sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to.
What is
In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me on a trip on your magic swirling ship.
Oh,
my
horrible?
senses have been stripped. My hands can't feel to grip. My toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering.
Yes.
I guess you get the idea, right?
Captain's Law.
Okay.
That could be the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and he did it not as a goof.
It's not even funny. It's not even interesting if it's done to be ironic. Even then, it's not interesting.
He did that as a dramatic reading of these popular songs of the day and thought it was going to take off, I guess. Someone approaches him going, Bill, we love your acting style. Why don't you, do a spoken word to these songs? And he did. He has that delivery that's very slow and staccato.
Christopher Walken would be interesting to hear, or Nicholson seriously reading a song. But
You think?
I would like to hear that. Walken especially.
Nah, it would be pretty much just like what we just heard, I think.
Miss Tambourine Man, fire phasers. Miss Tambourine Man, photon torpedoes.
I got instant feedback, Anthony, from Pat, the winner of the eggnog drinking contest from Friday. He won the Mi-Fi, the portable XM satellite radio.
Yeah.
And he writes, because we were wondering what happened to him after Friday's show. If he wants to call in, we'd love to talk to him.
Yeah.
Don't we have his number still? Maybe Ben could produce the show today.
Where's Ben? Is he answering emails?
Yeah, probably.
There he is.
Yeah.
That stupid hat you can see sticking up in the office.
Yeah, he's, He looks
Wearing
like
his
Papa
hat today.
Smurf with that hat on.
Ben really
Papa
is a
Smurf
boob.
is trying to get the latest gossip off the computer.
Perky Smurf? Is that his name?
Guys, this just came in. Yeah. Nick Carter wasn't really fired. Nick Carter's not fired, is he?
Yeah, they could let our buddy go in
When?
Boston.
Named the boot from BCN?
Yeah, a week or two ago.
Oh,
About a week
man,
ago.
I like Nick.
Instant feedback from Pat, the winner of the eggnog drinking contest. It says, the next day I felt like someone hit me in the ribs with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
I barely got home before I shit an eggnog smoothie out my ass. And then he writes, I actually lost 3 pounds from the contest.
Ah, I'd like to hear that. Take a nice dump like that.
By the way, someone is saying that Walken does have a spoken word thing out. We'll have to find that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear Walken do it.
All right, yeah, and this was Pat after he won the contest. After 70 double shots of eggnog. This is what we've been playing all morning.
Oh, stop.
That was just insane. Was that the most insane puking you've ever seen, Anthony?
That was. I've never seen somebody vomit like that in my life.
All right.
Picture yourself in a pool at the bottom. Yeah, he'll call.
Ben Folds actually produced the album.
Oh, yeah?
So that's what's kind of... It's getting... I think you said it. It's getting a lot of play on regular radio.
What time
Getting
is
the hip factor.
Ethel's playing it on XM.
What time is Bill Shatner calling in?
9:15, 9:30?
Between 9:15 and 9:30.
All right.
So we're less than 10 minutes away before we file this with the Tom Cruise interview.
Maybe they're going to call in together and do like a tag team.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Lieutenant Sean and Captain Kirk battling it out.
Let's be honest with each other. William Shatner is not calling our show today.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I can't dial the phone.
All right. Well, we can play his latest song, though. It is a really cool sounding song.
There's a man on the wing.
It's not like the stuff we just played. It's off his album Has Been, a song called Common People, and regular radio is playing this thing, right?
I heard it on Ethel on XM, so it's cool sounding. It sounds kind of like Cake.
Who's on there? Oh, Pat. All right. God, we got to keep going backwards. We're trying to go forward with this show today. Pat, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Here he is, the winner of the eggnog drinking contest. Pat? Pat?
Yeah.
You're as exciting on the phone as you were in studio, I see.
I was waiting to hear a car. I felt like I was in a car crash, and I was. 27 of them.
How'd you feel after the contest?
Well, on the way to the parking lot was like one big fart.
Really?
And then I felt impending doom. I didn't even do any of the paperwork for the MiFi.
Why?
Because I felt impending doom while everybody was taking the pictures with you guys. I just had to get out of there.
And then you got home and...
exploded.
Wow.
Where's home for you, Pat?
Moonachie, right by Giant Stadium.
Can you not live in that town? That name is horrendous.
Of course he lived in Moonachie.
It's like a cancerous tumor they pull out of your rectum.
Moonachie.
We found 2 Moonachis on your bowel. You want, Ben?
Moonachie's great.
Why do you like Moonachie? Is it an Indian word meaning bulge that's upsetting to look at?
We did our first big event ever was in Moonachie.
That's right.
At Manny's.
I liked Mr. Moonachie, who was the teacher in Karate Kid, you might remember.
So I like Moonachie. It's when Japanese guys jack off onto your face.
In cups, make them drink it.
So Pat, you lost 3 pounds because of the contest?
Yeah.
So what are you down to, 384?
347.
347. Maybe you just took your shoes off when you got home.
Yes.
All right, well, this is an exciting post-interview.
Laugh
geez.
riot.
I wasn't even trying to be funny.
Oh, jeez, please.
All right, so you just shit and puked all weekend long?
Yeah, for the most part. I had to go back to work, so I went to my next delivery and had to shit there.
All right. All right, Pat, well, congratulations. You won the MiFi.
You got to fill out that paperwork, Pat.
All right.
All righty.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetie.
There he goes,
Bye,
Pat, the winner of the eggnog drinking contest, Anthony.
Yes.
Anyone else notice that Big Kev is running around panicking and sweating? Big Kev set up the William Shatner interview.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone.
Yeah, look, guys, they're talking about it on the radio. Is Mr. Shatner awake yet?
Right.
I need Mr. Shatner on the phone now.
Tell him it's someone who looks like Bert Lahr.
No, I'll accept they sound alike at this point. Just get me someone that sounds like William Shatner.
I need Shatner on the phone. Warp Drive. Come on.
We're not stupid.
Can he beam him into the studio?
He's in a panic.
He's trying to talk in a calm voice. It's hello. I had an interview with William Shatner. And
yes.
Yeah,
Mr.
you and the rest
Shatner.
of the world. Get in line.
His non-working nose is just flailing.
Mr. Shatner was scheduled to do an interview with Opie and Anthony.
Let's see what he says.
I'm wondering if...
yeah, what is he saying?
With his tussle
what
little hair.
time?
What is he saying, Big Kev?
Is he out of the galaxy?
Why don't you admit that... Uh-oh.
What's that mean you're working on? Who'd you just call?
I'm working on it.
Who'd you call?
I'm working on it.
He called Lieutenant Uhura, who is trying to locate Captain Kirk in his quarters.
Big Kev, what seems to be the problem? You know he's not
I hope
calling.
to God you have a nice bib for all the crow that's going to spill out of your mouth when he calls in.
I'll get him. I'll get him. Hold on.
Anthony to Captain Kirk. Anthony to Captain Kirk. Please come to the studio.
No, that didn't get him? Maybe he's on the planet. Hold on. Energize. Is he beaming in?
Mm-hmm.
No? Damn, I'm trying everything I know to get him. Open a hailing frequency.
Big Kev, you look a little uncomfortable and nervous. Is it
I'm
going to happen?
afraid I'm going to be fired.
Fired from working for free. I understand the joke, but is he calling or not?
No. Is it 9:30 yet?
It's
Why don't we wait till
9:25 and a half.
9:31 and then start breaking my balls.
All right.
All right. Well,
4
William
minutes.
Shatner off his Has-Been CD. This is actually a good sounding song that, quote, regular rock radio is playing.
I'm not sleepy, and there's a station I ain't going to called XM.
Let's take a listen to this, okay?
All right.
Brand new William Shatner on the Opie and Anthony program.
She came from Greece. She had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case, I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. She said, fine. And in 30 seconds' time, she said, I want to live like common people. I want to do whatever common people do. I want to sleep with common people. I want to sleep with common people like you. Well, what else could I do? I said, I'll see what I can do. I took her to a supermarket. I don't know why, but I had to start it somewhere. So it started there. I said, pretend you've got no money. She just laughed and said, oh, you're so funny. I said, yeah? Well, I can't see anyone else smiling in here. Are you sure? You want to live like common people? You want to see whatever common people see? You want to
Do we have to break into the song, Anthony?
We do.
Is this really William Shatner? Hello? Bill? Hold on. Is this really William Shatner?
Don't break into the song.
We'll just play it
back.
No, we'll just play it again. I
We'll
don't
play
care.
it again after we speak to.
That's crazy. You got to play that whole thing. People have to know how good that record is.
We love it.
Mr. Shatner, I was telling everyone how great that song was.
That's
We
right.
really were. The Mr. Tambourine and the Lucy in the Sky. Not really sure what to think of that. I know you recorded it a long time ago, but this Common People thing is it's a cool song.
Well, that's good. The Tambourine Man stuff was part of another record called Transformed Man, which they're re-releasing. But it was all part of the Transformed Man was something that had to be listened to in its entirety. If you lift a song like Tambourine Man out of it, people have got to wonder what in heaven's name is he doing.
And I think for the time it came out, didn't it take a little a little pot or something to really get the full gist of it?
Well, that or a single malt.
Yeah.
But yes and no. I have mixed feelings about the Transformed Man. I haven't heard it in some time, so I don't know how good or bad it is. But
it's pretty bad, Bill.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think it's just become quite humorous. Like people play it and they're not like really trying to get into it. I think it's really kind of a laugh.
I disagree. I like it.
That's wait a minute. Let me argue that point.
Sure.
Let me argue that point.
No problem.
What have you heard the whole record?
No, I never heard the whole record.
See, that's what I mean. You're speaking from ignorance.
Yep.
I usually do.
Yeah, and it's a strident voice having no knowledge.
You know what this is? It's like I am a race that is so below you that I am like a mere bug in intelligence. And maybe in years and years to come, I will be intelligent enough to be able to communicate with you.
Not if you don't do your research when you have all these millions of people that are listening to you and hanging on your every word.
I understand.
Wait a
Bill.
minute, I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite CDs. I play it a lot. Anthony just doesn't get it.
Mr. Shatner, this is Jim Norton, and I'm a big fan, and I happen to enjoy it too. And Anthony just refuses to listen to the whole thing, and I'm like, dude, you're not going to get it.
Tell me, just between us,
Yeah.
what's the matter with Anthony?
I don't know. I found it funny, but I guess I got to listen to the whole thing.
I told you that.
Yeah, we were trying to tell him for like 20 minutes, Mr. Shatner.
Better than that,
Bill, if I will.
Listen to one cut, but one whole cut because it's a 6-minute cut rather than a 3-minute cut.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a 6-minute?
Well, it starts with literature and music underneath the literature and segues into a song. Yep. And my whole idea was trying to relate the literature of the past with the literature of the present and using music as a bridge. Now, whether that works or not is something else, but not to play the whole thing is to do me a disservice.
And it's ignorant of him to, like, judge it only on that.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Judge it by having some knowledge.
I
really
understand now completely.
Told you.
And I will listen to the entire cut.
And as we move forward, William, Bill, if I will.
Moving forward. All right, let's move forward.
What's the whole Has-Been album about? I've only heard Common People so far.
The Has-Been album, first of all, it would be a great gift in this late Christmas rush to somebody who wanted to hear music about love and laughter and life and a piece of my heart.
Yes.
And there is a musical genius called Ben Folds who does some extraordinary work there. And the notices on the album of Has-Been have been unlike anything I've ever been associated with.
Did Ben Sparks do?
Ben Folds.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben Folds. Why the name Has-Been? Why is that title?
Well, I wrote the song Has-Been because I saw it attached. I saw the words attached to my name on my way to Nashville to record the album. So,
how is that attached to your name?
They called me Has-Been.
Who would do that? You're still a pretty popular guy.
No. You take the word pretty out. I'm no longer pretty.
You're a popular guy.
You're Americana. You're a very popular guy.
Well, I maybe.
You don't think you're still attractive to the females out there? I'm sure you got girls all over you all the time.
Yes, but they're over 65, and I don't think that counts.
Remember that poster of you with the when you were covered in tribbles? Chicks still like cream over that one.
I know, but we're talking about the past.
Yeah, I know.
The future we had to, it happened.
Doesn't time just suck?
Anthony,
yes, Bill.
You've got to understand, you're going to get old too.
No, believe me, I know.
No, we're not making fun of that.
I understand.
We think time is a major drag.
I just think that you're downplaying yourself because I'm sure a lot of girls are still very interested in Bill Shatner.
Maybe, but if that's the judge of popularity, I suppose it is. The point being, I wrote a song called Has-Been, and I thought it would be interesting, maybe amusing, to name the album that.
I think it works.
Yeah, I mean, you have to ask me why Has-Been. And that's good marketing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had to ask because I didn't like the idea of you painting yourself in that light because you're not a has-been.
Well, if I weren't, then I'm not.
Right.
And if I am, then you wouldn't ask.
Now, how about your return to television, Bill?
On Sunday nights at
Boston Legal. You're
on ABC at 7 at 10 o'clock.
I see a Shatner resurgence.
Maybe.
Now, this is your first full-time TV gig since when? What was the last one you did?
Probably Rescue 911.
Ooh,
we like the Rescue 911.
And T.J. Hooker.
Yeah,
I love that one too.
Did you watch the show last night? I don't think so.
No, we have to go to bed real early.
I know we do stupid morning radio, so it's a pain in the ass to watch stuff. I got to TiVo it though. But
did you?
No, I did not watch last night's show.
So, Bill, he doesn't watch Boston Legal.
In actual fact, you guys have never seen Boston Legal.
Yeah, but Ant's just faking it for the interview. He's never seen Boston Legal in his life, and I don't really appreciate him trying to kiss your ass by making believe that he listens to Boston.
I gotta say
Boston
something
Legal.
here. I don't want to get off on the wrong foot. I think I'm getting off on the wrong foot with Bill Shatner here because he's one of my I love this guy, and now these people are painting me as if I'm not quite the Bill Shatner fan.
As though you're an ignoramus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you don't like his music. You don't watch him on TV.
I watch him all the time,
and say I'm pretty popular.
I watch.
Yeah, you were the one who said he's pretty popular, not popular.
But the girls love him.
Yeah, but
that's all I'm saying.
You did throw in that he was fairly and slightly popular.
No, I say he's huge.
And I'm having a resurgence from where?
Yeah. Well, no,
he never went away.
Where are you saying he went?
I meant on television.
I'm beginning to wonder whether this whole thing really isn't an insult.
No,
yeah, Anthony.
No, Bill, I'm a
This
huge
is how you treat
fan.
your heroes?
I bought every single Star Trek on DVD when it was put out in that goddamn set that you had to buy 2 episodes per disc.
Really?
It was a pain in the ass, but I bought every one because I'm a huge Bill Shatner fan. I bought all the movies.
You've been very disrespectful. Why don't you just tell him you loved him when he hosted In Search Of? You've been extremely rude since he called in.
No, that was Leonard Nimoy.
I know. That's the way you're treating him.
You see Leonard around a lot?
He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah. He's a great guy, too. I see you in those Priceline commercials. It's hysterical.
How do you know he's a great guy?
Yeah, exactly.
You know why? Because it looks like you two really have a good relationship on those Priceline commercials. And I'm just taking what I see from that.
Have you guys got a good relationship, or are you somewhat antagonistic?
We have a good relationship.
Well,
do you see each other outside?
No, we used to, but you know how it is. I mean, do you really show up at his house nowadays?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Do you go to Leonard's house?
Do you go to Leonard's house for cocktails or a birthday party? You don't, right?
Cocktails. Actually, we do. He does.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful he's coming to my house for Monday Night Football.
And you talk about how bad the episode of Spock's Brain was.
No, we only tell each other how good we are.
Because that episode wasn't too good.
Spock's Brain.
Yeah, Spock's Brain. Whenever that one comes on, I'm like, oh, that's Spock's Brain.
You see, it's that kind of detail I don't have at my fingertips. Therefore, I don't talk about it. You know what I mean, Anthony?
I hear you, Bill. I know you've moved on. I know, but you got to admit, a lot of people are still very into Star Trek.
I guess they are,
and I think it's something you should be very proud of.
Well, I am. I am proud of it. What's the opposite of proud? Ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
For a moment there, my brain didn't work.
Any truths to the rumors of a return to Star Trek?
Yes, there's a great deal of truth.
Really?
What exactly? Which rumor are you?
A return to Star Trek.
And who told you this rumor?
It's something I read on the internet.
Yes. Well,
are you a Star Trek
I wouldn't
geek?
believe everything you read on the internet.
No,
he's a Star Trek geek, William.
Are you going to maybe be on an episode of Enterprise?
Not this year, but maybe they'll ask me next year. They had asked me to be on, and I had suggested a price for my fee. Yeah. And they suggested maybe I shouldn't be on.
Wow. Bill Shatner demanding the big bucks.
As well as he should.
Of course he should.
He's a legend.
You know what I saw the other day? I saw that Twilight Zone episode, the one where, not the one everyone thinks with the man on the wing, but the one where you're in that little diner and you're pulling out the little answer cards from the devil machine. And
Can you tell me why they keep playing that? Can you tell me why they do that?
Because
I don't understand it.
Because that stuff holds up, those old Star Trek episodes.
Why?
Because you're fantastic in it.
No. There's got to be there's got to be something that appeals to people, some fear or some ability or something that appeals to people.
Yeah, I think those are just great stories, all those old Twilight Zones. And your hair looks fantastic in it.
Say that again?
Who is that? Sulu? Who's?
No, the guy. I'm going to do a satellite radio network right now, and I called you guys first to say thank you for playing the Has Been and supporting the record.
Are you trying to say you have to leave?
What town are you in?
No.
All right.
I don't.
Okay.
But somebody just came up to me. I'm going to give you a little insight as to where I am.
All right.
I'm outside a parking structure in a car on a cell phone.
Oh.
And somebody came up to me, and I thought, oh, Lord, he's going to ask me to move, and I'm talking to you, and I'm on the air. Whereas he turned out to be the guy connected with the radio satellite tour that I'm going to do.
You're not doing them all from inside the car, are you?
I'm what?
You're not doing all of the interviews from inside your car, are you?
No.
Of course not.
Only the better ones.
Now that was an insult.
No, not really.
I cannot convey to you what a big fan I am.
Have you played any other songs from Has Been on the air?
Well, I think we should start with playing Common People.
The hit.
All right, Common People's has done a lot. There's some good love songs there.
Yeah.
There's a terrific Brad Paisley sings a wonderful Western country song.
Okay.
Why don't you try that one?
What song is it?
It's called Real.
Real.
I think it's the last song.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's the last song on the album.
Bill, I saw you on the Comedy Central special.
How'd that go?
You were singing and dancing at the beginning, and it was fantastic.
With 7. Count them 7.
7 girls, and you totally held your own with.
Are you patronizing him now?
I am not. I thought he did a fantastic job. I am probably the biggest Bill Shatner fan ever, and I'm honored to be on the phone with you.
Singing and dancing with pretty girls swirling around is where the whole showbiz thing is at. You understand that?
I totally
Everybody
understand.
aspires to dancing on the stage with 7 beautiful girls.
Yes.
I think that's the ultimate end of all show business.
I think you're right, Bill.
Singing and dancing with these long-legged, beautiful girls, all tap dancing and kicking their heels, is really where it's at.
You are absolutely right. I'm a huge fan. I didn't want to get off on the wrong foot by Bill thinking, I wasn't.
Well, I told it's not that you're off on the wrong foot. It's just that you're limping a little.
Yeah, limping a
Do you
little.
like that he calls you Bill?
It's okay. I'll answer to that.
Well, Mr. Shatner, I had told him many times that he had to listen to.
Bill was okay.
All right, all right, Bill.
Bill was okay.
He had to listen to the whole album, and he just kind of refused, and he judged it very quickly, and that just kind of bothered me that he wasn't given the original the respect that he should have.
I mean, he really should. And the Transform Man is the parent of Has-Been.
Yes.
If I hadn't made Transform Man, I wouldn't have made Has-Been.
But and no insult at all, Bill. But you do understand that people have looked at Transform Man, and over time it has now become something that's more humorous.
They've looked at that 1 or 2 songs,
right,
and mocked that, but they haven't mocked the album. The album is used in schools to teach. People have played the whole album. Ben Folds, who we all agree is a musical genius, would not have made Has-Been if it wasn't for the Transform Man, which he had heard years ago. Joe Jackson, who sings Common People with me, heard the Transform Man years ago, wanted to be on this record. Henry Rollins, same way.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Chamberlain, who plays drums, genius percussionist, same thing.
So you're not taking that Transform Man is a bit of a humorous thing.
No, I didn't mean it to be humorous. I meant it, humorous, yes, fun, entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mean it to be for Anthony to poke fun at it.
Yeah, because it is about literature and how it was and how it is in modern day times.
Yeah.
I'm not poking fun. I'm just saying that's kind of how it's looked at, I guess, when it's taken out of context.
Anthony, we get it. You don't like the album.
Yeah, so I told you have to listen to the whole thing, and you're like, no, I just want to listen. You can't just judge it by like a little piece of the song.
Right.
How about his live performance of Rocket Man on was it Mike Douglas or Merv?
Oh, geez, that goes on. I mean, geez,
yeah,
that goes on. That goes back so many years.
Why don't we talk about what he's doing today, Anthony?
I am, but I'm just bringing it up that was kind of taken out of context because it was one song, and that's what people saw.
Exactly. They asked me to sing a song, so for a gag, I sang a song like I thought Frank Sinatra would sing the song.
With the cigarette and everything? I'm a rocket man.
Yeah, it was supposed to be amusing at the time, not 30 years later for people to...
You got to give it credit. It's still amusing 30 years later.
There you go. As long as I can bring a small, sad smile to your face.
Yeah. All right.
A small little smile and the thought, what in heaven's name is he doing?
Thank you, Bill.
And actually, I ask the same question myself about twice a day. What in heaven's name am I doing?
Oh, you rock. You rock, Mr. Shatner.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks for calling today. We're gonna play Common People from Has-Been.
All right, and then play Real, Brad Paisley, who is one of the number one Western country music singers.
You know what? We'll give it a taste. There's no problem with that. And Joe Jackson is singing this song with you on Has-Been, Common People, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Bill,
take care, guys.
Thanks for calling in.
You have been and always will be my friend.
That's your sentiment, not mine.
Take it easy,
Take care,
Bill.
guys.
Thank you.
Great talking to you. Bye-bye.
Right on. There he goes, William Shatner. And
I got dissed by Bill Shatner.
I apologize for piling on.
Oh, you threw me under the bus with my hero.
How great was
Good.
Bill Shatner.
And Big Kev, thank you.
Yes, Kev.
Big Kev.
I told you he would do it.
Bravo.
Big Kev came through.
Good job.
I really did sell you. I had no idea what he was talking about. I'm like, I told you to listen to the whole thing.
Left me out there hanging like a red shirt security guy beamed down to a planet.
It was just so great when you're like, you meant that to be funny, and then the, as soon as that semicolon after well came, I'm like,
Yeah.
You know,
bastards.
All kidding
My
aside,
hero.
listen to Common People. It's a really cool sounding song.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. William Shatner from Has Been.
She came from Greece. She had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case, I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. She said, fine. And in 30 seconds' time, she said, I want to live like common people. I want to do whatever common people do. I want to sleep with common people. I want to sleep with common people like you. Well, what else could I do? I said, I'll see what I can do. I took her to a supermarket. I don't know why, but I had to start it somewhere. So it started there. I said, pretend you've got no money. She just laughed and said, oh, you're so funny. I said, yeah? Well, I can't see anyone else smiling in here. Are you sure? You want to live like common people? You want to see whatever common people see? You want to sleep with common people? You want to sleep with common people like me? But she didn't understand.
She just smiled and held my hand. Ran to Plaza Barber Shop. Cut your hair and get a job. Smoke some fags and play some pool. Pretend you never went to school. But still you'll never get it right. When you're lying in bed at night, watching roaches climb the wall. If you called your dad, he could stop it all here.
You'll never live like common people. You'll never do whatever common people do. You'll never fail like common people. You'll never watch your life slide out of you and dance and drink and screw because there's nothing else to do. Things that you do because you think that poor is cool.
Like a dog lying in a corner, they'll bite you and never warn you. Look out.
They'll tear your insides out because everybody hates a tourist.
Everybody hates a tourist, especially one who thinks it's all such a lie.
Yeah, and the chip stains grease will come out in the back.
You will never understand how it feels to live your life with no meaning or control, and with nowhere left to go.
You're amazed that they exist, and they burn so bright while you can only wonder why.
Rent a flat to barber shop, cut your hair, get a job, smoke some fags and play some pool.
You never went to school, but still you'll never get it right. Because when you've laid in bed at night, watching roaches climb the wall, if you called your dad, he could stop it all. Yeah, you'll never live like common people. You'll never do what common people do. You'll never fail like common people. You'll never watch your life slide out of you and dance and drink and screw. Because there's nothing else to do.
Wow. I really like that song a lot. William Shatner off Has Been. That's called Common People with Joe Jackson helping him out on vocals. Not bad, right?
Not bad.
Joe Jackson.
Bill.
We all just got handed MiFis.
I know. It's like Christmas come a couple of days early here at XM Satellite.
Fantastic.
Isn't it great?
Yep.
Look, even Jimmy got one with Jim written on the front. It's
Wow.
all yours.
And this is actually about a third of the weight of Fareed's gift.
Yeah, and it's something we could use, too.
Yeah.
Awful white wine.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Did you drink any of it?
78.
Huh?
Did you drink any of
No.
it? No.
I started rewrapping already and handing them out to other people.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did. Mike from Indiana.
How y'all guys doing today?
Doing good.
All right.
Mike, what's up?
Hey, Sweet Tips, how you doing?
Hello, Angel Balls.
Hey, Instant Feedback Man, that song kicks ass. I'm going out and buying that son of a bitch.
Yes.
You want us to play, what was the other one you wanted us to play? Real. Thank you, Mike. I just hung up on you by accident. Real. We could just get a little taste, because now he talked about it, so now there's curiosity out there, right? I don't know what track it is, though.
The last one.
I know, but how do we find the last?
Fire.
Oh, right there. Okay. I don't know how to count. Here's Real. We'll just listen to a little bit of it.
Just a little. Country flair.
I have saved the world in the movies. So naturally, there's folks who think I must know what to do. But just because you've seen me on your TV doesn't mean I'm any more enlightened than you.
And while there's a part of me and that guy you've seen up there on that screen,
A lot of truckers cranking it up right now.
much more. And I wish I knew the things you think I do. I would change this world for sure. But I eat and sleep and breathe and bleed and feel.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm real.
Captain's log, stardate 2165.6.
I'd love to help the world and all its problems. But I'm an entertainer, and that's all. So the next time there's an asteroid or a natural disaster, I'm flattered that you thought of me, but I'm not the one to call.
And while there's a part of me,
Is anyone calling Bill Shatner for problems?
All right, not bad. That's Real.
I like that.
Yeah, we're running out of time where we'd like
I really like both
play
of
out.
those songs.
That's from Has Been. Real. I really like Common People. That's very cool. All right, Anthony, what did we learn on the Opie and Anthony show today?
It was pretty educational.
I do believe it was. Mike from Manchester, New Hampshire writes, I learned that Howard's first day of vacation was ruined. Syracuse radio just got more gooder, and we will still be able to hear fuck on the O&A show.
Oh!
Yes, if you're just tuning in, listen to the replay. A lot of surprises from your pals Opie and Anthony today. Big surprises.
Big.
That's the beauty of replays, and we don't even have to explain. Just keep listening if you didn't hear what happened today. Heidel or something like that from New York. I learned Anthony eats bananas with a knife and fork. He also learned by 10 a.m. it all makes sense. Did we wrap up this show in a nice package today?
Yeah, I think it came together.
It all came together, hopefully? All right.
Sure.
And Chuck from Boston, I learned that widget stock is midget stock, trying to be black, and that women over 65 don't matter. Let's go to Godzilla. Godzilla, what's up?
Not much, guys. What's happening?
Hi.
Hi, Boo Boo.
Hi, Sweet Cock.
I learned Anthony got kicked in the balls by his hero today, and the word is put.
I know. I'm learning I'm working on it every day. Put. See? I could say it. Put. Duke from Jersey, what's up?
I learned that little Jimmy keeps his fingernails long enough so he can pull out a bloody booger from the back of his brain. It looks like a cornflake.
Thank you.
Pussy cornflake.
Rob on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing, Boo Boo?
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, I learned that Munaki sounds like something that should be removed from your ass.
Munaki. Adrian.
Yeah, I learned that driving on Interstate 80 is like a Pat joke.
Yeah, there was an 80 car pile up on Very good. Don't actually explain that. That's funny. All right, tomorrow on the program, Pat Croce, Anthony.
Oh,
our old pal Pat Croce.
Is he coming in?
No, on the phone, unfortunately.
He's doing one of those TV shows now, like where he helps people.
Yeah.
He helps people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to him about that.
The pride of Philly.
Yes.
Okay.
I like Pat.
Today's show stunk, someone's saying?
Who's saying that?
Jason.
Yeah, today I learned today's show stank.
What's wrong with you?
Wait, what didn't you like about the show today? I thought it was pretty good considering everyone else is taking off this week.
You know, Bill was okay, and, you know, of course, Baba Boohoo, that was great.
Right.
You know, just, it wasn't there, man.
All right, I'm sorry you didn't like it
Did
today.
you hear the entire program, sir?
I heard most of it. I drive truck, and I'm in and out running a log loader.
Maybe we were playing all the good stuff when you weren't in your truck.
That's right.
You ought to play the good shit when I'm in the truck. Next time, call me and schedule that.
All right, thank you.
Stop spending so much of your time in glory hole booths.
Jesus. John, what did you learn on the program today?
Guys, you should know this by now. If you have any Greek listeners, Munaki in Greek means little pussy.
Oh, take that with you.
Opie and Anthony Show.
Program complete.